So we got something new going on this week. Two podcasts in a row, same week.
Hmm.
So this must
Pretty
be a
much.
special occasion, right? So
Yeah, it's totally not because the movie is so awful. We have to split it into two.
yeah, we talked about Deadpool and Wolf link down below if you haven't caught up with it. And yeah, we're gonna talk about the second half of the movie. I'm back here again with Unity Review and Analysis. What's up, Unity?
Hi, it's not usual that we're doing it again, and I'm so excited because we barely even covered half of it yesterday.
Yeah, and then we're back here again with Operation.
Like, yeah, scrambling. It's like just got home.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, we are back, Jax.
Nice. Hello.
Yeah, back for Deadpool.
And yes,
Deadpool's dead.
I think you cut out.
To me, doesn't really say anything.
Yeah. Then I guess there's none. You
My
didn't.
internet is a little slow.
Huh. I guess so.
Okay, let me close some applications.
Let's see. Is it good enough now?
It's fine on my end.
Yeah. Yeah. It's final. Holy shit! Reddit's gone. Hello. Oh shit.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. He'll be fine. It's just his internet connection. He'll be back.
should we carry on?
Yeah, to be honest, we can just go back again.
All right.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can just like. Oh yeah, he's back.
I don't know.
Welcome back.
For some reason. Okay. Hi, blank face. Yeah, I died and I come back.
Don't worry about it. One time we have a fire. There's a fire alarm suddenly during my podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. So the last we left off with Deadpool and Wolverine is basically they just escaped from Cassandra Nova. They rode on a Sentinel boot, conveniently placed, and yeah, they end up on a hillside. And yeah, so basically Wolverine is saying that they should go look for that resistance group that Johnny mentioned, the same Johnny that Wade got killed. Yeah, and he's still very anxious to fix his universe like Wade promised that they could. And then he smells a diner nearby for food and alcohol, and just nicely.
Somehow.
That's just convenient.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess the TVA pruned a diner.
Well, to be fair, they pruned the ship in like Loki season 1 episode 5 as well.
Yeah. And that's something that we talked about in the last part too. It's like there's just like the void is just Earth, like it's filled with like hills and greens and shrubbery and deserts. Like I'm sure you'll find like a North Pole if you were to keep going somewhere. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like very nicely Earth centric habitation. So I don't know.
You think that because this is the end of time, it look like it can contain universe and multiverse, but nah, it's just Earth size, and somehow nothing is pruned inside.
Yeah. Gotta have somewhere to put the other Canadians.
Yeah.
And the void should probably look more otherworldly. I would think so. Yeah. So in the diner, Deadpool asks what made him finally wear the costume. So again, Deadpool has a few commentaries on the costume itself, and each of them are very different from the last. So just keep that in mind. He says that he wears red because it's difficult to see blood on his costume. That's something he said back in the first film, I believe.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Almost
So
like the red suit. It's so bad guys can't see me bleed.
right. Yeah. Yeah. And Logan doesn't answer the question. Just asks, "Do you have ADHD?" Says no, but I have a lot of STDs. Very funny.
Yeah, even though he has never fucked for 6 years, but oh well.
I'm sure he'll have STDs from the sex before, but yeah. Yeah, so Deadpool asked Logan, can you say what was like haunting him, or should they wait for a third act flashback? More meta knowledge. Logan told him that go fuck yourself. So that's kind of the annoying thing about Logan's dialogue for the this most of the section is just basically shut the fuck up, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's so annoying because it's clear they want to reveal something in the third act, but it's like but they clearly don't know how to do it before without explaining what he's dealing with beforehand. So he all his dialogue is just fuck off, I don't care, please stop talking to me. It's like those are not characterization, they're just annoying stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, sure, I get like where it's coming from, but like at the same time, it's like that's not a very interesting character from this point on. But then again, I mean, like Logan just kind of has the advantage of being played by Hugh Jackman again, so we kind of I don't know. Some of it is like a bit of self-insert. You cared about him before, you should probably care about this one now.
Yeah,
If you
and to
just
be honest,
think about it that way.
and remember in Logan, before they reveal, it's like, oh fuck, like here's the thing in Logan, the things they don't just dump everything in the third act. You actually slowly learn his information over time. For example, when you see him grumpy, and then like 20 minutes later, you see him helping Charles Xavier, and like something clear it's wrong, and then afterwards, like we got radios that there's no mutants for 25 years, and then afterwards you got explanation that Charles killed all the X-Men and injured 900 of them.
Mhm.
So it's like there's a lot of things you slowly get like over time, so you have time for characterize Logan without deliberately hiding the informations. But this time it's just like, fuck off, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, it's like just like as Blankface says, like it's just pretty much Roblox so that we can get to that reveal in the third act. Something that Deadpool jokes about, but like that doesn't really help. It's like something like that too. It's like he did this, and then he's like, oh, audiences are used to long run times. It's like, yeah, I get it, but like that doesn't really help with your pacing in this movie.
Yeah,
Because I did feel like you could shave like 20 minutes off. Like Madam Web is at least 90 minutes. I think this could have benefited with that as well.
Yeah, to be honest, there's a lot of just like it's a lot of it feels like Ryan Reynolds just ad lipping. It's like, okay, improv, go. Let's just drag it for a long while. Oh, it doesn't work.
Yeah, and then so Deadpool is saying like the Logan in his world was a hero, and then of course Logan says I'm not a hero in my world, and then Wade tries to connect with himself. I'm not really well received in my world as well. He wanted to be an Avenger and X-Men, though Logan says fuck the Avengers. So there you go.
Was like, oh wait, how do you know there's wait? I was like, wait, how do you know about the Avengers?
So I guess in Logan's world they have like full teams. I guess.
Wait,
Maybe.
and then my question would be was like, oh, so if you have the Avengers, why did when you get to the Avenger reveal, you just got cause into question because the X-Men universe doesn't have the MCU, the Avengers, so it's like, you sure about that? You sure that the mutant will get hated?
Well, that kind of goes back to mutants in general, why they get hated. which a lot of that is based on mutant hatred comes from the fact that they're born with those powers, so it's kind of a sign of like the next phase of evolution. So it's like there's like the prejudice comes from the fact that like people feel like, oh, if there are mutants coming up like that are supposed to be better than us, then what does that mean for like the normal humans? So that's kind of where the prejudice comes from. Whereas like Avengers and other mutates are better received because like they're at least like accidents, like they're things like they became a superhero because of some incident, whereas like mutants are being born out of it. That's just kind of like there's like the mutation that means like they specifically divide both types of place, like Homo sapiens, Homo superior, it's like that kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, but it's like it's a lot of commentary for this film
But
to
of
do.
course, because this film just didn't dive into it. It's like, oh, well, fuck the Avengers. It's like, okay, so what is it? What is it about? Okay, we're just gonna get to reveal later about mutants and human stuff, which is like, oh, I guess.
Yeah, and all that is like of course I'm using comic knowledge on that, because there's really no place to put it in this movie in particular outside of Wade wants to be an Avenger. Logan says fuck the Avengers. That's all I really have.
No idea.
Yeah. How could Wolverine hide his past from Deadpool differently? It's not that like it's not like he can't hide it. It's just like for the first half of his character, a lot of his dialogue is just like shut the fuck up or leave me alone.
No,
kind of
basically,
stuff.
it's not characterization, but I mean, what he's saying it's basically is like, so how could Wolverine just makes it, hide his secret while characterize him well? I would just say that you could when Deadpool just like, oh, I have a fucked up past. It's like you don't know about loss, and he was like, dude, I know about loss over you, dipshit. You have no idea what I've been through. Like how does it make me the person I am? Like something like that. If you really care about your friends, you should really hold on to them instead of making jokes about it. You could just say something like this, but no, every line is just shut up. It's like
Yeah.
at least, yeah.
Seems like cynical Logan is somewhat of a recognizable trait from the movies.
No, yeah, it's of course because we got a bank on Logan, even though that Logan, he
They're
actually
different
talks
Logans, yeah.
and he actually talks to X-23, and he got Charles to talk to, so he has ways to reveal his character instead of just go shut up.
Yeah. So
yeah, and also like Logan in this movie is kind of passive, so that's another reason.
Yeah, that becomes a little bit more apparent when we keep going in terms of the description. So Wade says he also didn't make the X-Men team as well.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
No, I was like, I mean, I guess you gotta say that. Oh, that's a reference to Deadpool 2. You see, he didn't make the X-Men. Cool. That's because you try to kill. That's because you try to kill someone that it's not innocent. And at the end, you're proven right. That this guy is not innocent. And Domino, your friend right there, said, "I got tortured here as well." And like Colossus, Yukio, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead actually helps you at the end. So that is I do even if that's a reference to Deadpool 2, it doesn't make any sense. And the X-Men should have feel him in a better way now.
And even then, it's like if it's a reference to something he tried again in like 2018 since the last 6 years, but it has to be like before because it says specifically in this movie in the flashback before Cassandra tampers his memory is that like not making the Avengers team is the reason why he stopped being Deadpool. So there's no way that not being an X-Men happened afterwards. So they must be referencing the time he tried to be on the X-Men before that. And even then it's like, so you tried the X-Men once, you tried the Avengers, the mainline MCU stuff, which and then that's where your depression comes from.
It's no, I mean, you just make another team. You clearly wants to. Fuck that. Do you know that? Do you know that Negasonic Siege Warhead and Yukio respect you so much? They actually actively fix Cable's time machine for you. Of course, that's another problem because
yeah.
Negasonic Siege Warhead and Yukio not only fix this time machine, he said they are able to make it to be able to travel the entire multiverse for some reason, which is insane. They have that
Yeah.
kind of knowledge and
Yeah.
intelligence.
So yeah, it's you know, didn't make the Avengers, didn't make the X-Men. His girlfriend left him. They had a good life, but fucked all of that up. But Logan was the guy. He was the man. He was the X-Man. He was the X-Man, which for some reason people had an issue with this line when it was in the trailer. Look, I get the whole thing. Wolverine is not supposed to be the X-Men, but like in the Foxverse, he's the X-Man. Like, come on, guys. He's got so many solo films. I don't know why this is an argument. Just because X-Men 97 did well, which we reviewed that on this channel, I personally found it overrated. That doesn't mean like all those 20 years are gone. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit off because because the first 3 films about Logan is actually basically the leader in Last Stand. Of course, he gone into a bit of side quest afterwards, but he comes back to help in Days of Future Past, and of course the new films like Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix doesn't have him, so oh well. But still, he is basically the leader.
Yeah. So
He's in one scene in Apocalypse when he's brainwashed Weapon X.
Yeah, this is something we talked about in part 1, Blankfist. Yeah. Deadpool even says, "Is this about like my time shenanigans back in the Deadpool 2?" He said, "Yeah, we know about it. We know you fucked a lot of stuff up, but like, yeah, you're not in trouble for that at all." It's that same thing from Avengers Endgame, like when Loki asked about it, like, how come the Avengers got to go back in time and get the Infinity Stones? Because that was predetermined for them to do that. It's
And
the
that's
same,
bullshit.
kind of the same thing. Yeah.
I mean, the issue is now.
And
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Of course, like Yukio and Negasonic Siege Warhead basically is now smarter than Tony Stark. They can literally crack time travel and multiversal travel. Tony only cracked time travel. Fuck.
Yeah, and this has been a consistent thing I've said a lot of times when we talked about the TVA. I really hate the TVA being a multiversal organization when it was just a timeline organization. But that's a very long tangent. I've said it in many other breakdowns. If you want to hear my thoughts on that.
Don't worry. And also the fact if Deadpool just break the time machine, Yukio and Negasonic Siege Warhead can easily just fix it. They literally did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so that's the thing. Like, so Logan's only dialogue here is like, well, yeah, as I told you, I'm not a hero in my world. You can say all you want that I was a hero in your world, but I'm not a hero here. So that's pretty much all we get.
Fake shit. I mean, you can basically talk about your experience with the X-Men, like who is Charles Xavier for you, who is your love interest, or if you want to go to a bit meta, you can just go with some comic stuff. You're literally using the multiverse right now.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing for me too. Is like you have the opportunity to put some differences between what Fox has done with Logan and what you can do with Logan. Now it's not very comic accurate what they're doing so far, but like there's still some things you could have done. Like something I mentioned in the last part was like for example, Deadpool says Sabretooth is your brother, and Deadpool doesn't really question it. I mean, Wolverine doesn't really question it. It's like, that could have been like a thing. It's like, I don't have a brother, just to show that he's a different Logan, but he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, true.
Continue on. If Wade wanted to matter, why not join the X-Men, who has already asked him to join? So I think like Unity kind of described why he didn't make it the first time.
Yeah, but to be honest, that doesn't make. I mean, but that's like right before the second act, so it's like, so he has all the chance to redeem himself, and he did. He actually didn't kill the evil scientist. So he's technically able to join the X-Men at the end of Deadpool 2, but they retconned that. I literally hate it.
Yeah, and like honestly, there's just like so many. I mean, this is a universe with mutants. There's like so many mutant teams like they could have just made. Like Alpha Flight or
The Gifted.
I mean, well, X Force is gone, and the Gifted is.
Oh no, Hellfire
original.
Club.
Hellfire Club.
Yeah, in first class. So.
Yeah, I mean, like there's plenty of options. Like, and there's plenty of mutants around. Like, if you want to make a new team, or if you want to be a part of a team, I mean, I'm sure that's possible.
I mean, he did it. He did it in one afternoon. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. That was just something. And yeah, the TVA just suck. It could have been better, but like it kind of requires like retooling everything plus Loki, and like that's just way too hard to do that. So just kind of to live with it at this point.
I say let it die.
Yeah, let it die. But then again, I don't know how important to a point where like everything implodes now. But I guess just let it die. It almost did. If you remember Loki season 2, episode 5.
So close.
So close, so close.
Yep.
Yeah, so they start walking out of the diner in a general direction. They don't know where they're going, by the way. And then, they have a little bit of a conversation. Logan asks, like, why'd you say Logan was a hero in his world? Then Deadpool explained that Wolverine died running out of... He basically ran out of batteries trying to save his daughter, X-23. And that's pretty much it. He doesn't really mention that he also tried to save a bunch of mutants, including his daughter. But like,
yeah, it's like when I watched it, I was like, oh, you saved Laura. I was like, oh, X-23. It's like, okay, but dude, there's a lot more mutants. And secondly, that hasn't happened yet. You're in 2024. Logan is in 2029.
Yes, but Deadpool's a meta character, so he already knows the future.
Oh yeah, that fucks with everything, by the way. That fucks with this movie.
Yeah. The only leeway I can say is like at least X-23 talks about it, which we'll get to. Those things are missing from that context about Logan, which we'll also get to. And then again, as we mentioned, they're walking randomly in a direction. They don't know where they're going. Just start walking. Then all of a sudden, Dogpool just runs to Wade. And then shortly after, another Deadpool variant, Nicepool, basically has no powers or scars on his face. It's just Ryan Reynolds looking like Jesus, I guess.
With long hair.
Yeah. With long hair, yeah. And yeah, Nicepool tells the duo. So again, Dogpool and Nicepool just randomly show up. And now he's able to tell them where to go to the Borderlands. Here's a car that will help you get there. And this is the direction you need to go. So yeah, a lot of these coincidences.
Yeah, this thing is dragged so long without accomplishing anything aside from. Do you know there's a bunch of Deadpool, and Lady Pooh is hot, and she has a baby.
She's also his wife, which is another thing to remember for later.
Really? Because I saw the scene again. It's just all he said is, "Oh, she's so hot," and she recently has a baby.
I guess it's not. Maybe it's not his wife then. I don't know. Then that's just a weird thing to mention, unless it's your wife. But okay, or at least like mention it and then like mention the baby too. That just makes it weird. Unless it's your baby, then yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit weird because and then if anything after, and because if they actually have sex, let's just go with that. Then why remember Nicepool and Lady Deadpool are on opposite sides. So how do you guys fuck each other?
You ever heard of hate fucking?
But he's a Nicepool.
That's true. He can't beat.
Yeah. He said, "I'm a feminist, lol."
Yeah, I'm a feminist. The alternate Deadpool is Deadpool core. I didn't really mind the concept of the Deadpool core. I think it's just how they're used later, which will kind of make more sense as to what our issues are. So yeah, they go in the car. So Deadpool really wants to steal Dogpool, but has to give it back. Deadpool asks, yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
but
a lot of dragging on.
yeah, just remember, this is the end of time, so the size is infinite. So the odds of like he sees a guy who knows all the entire Deadpool, which, as we know it, works for Cassandra Nova, and he's so willing to offer him a car. This is so selfless, by the way. It's insane.
He's a nice pool. That's the point.
Yeah, this is so nice.
Yeah, that was partly my fault, Zenyatta, but yeah, the joke still works. But yeah, so they go in the car, and then there's can't wait for you to get to Nice Pool's fate and tear it to shreds. Something else will tear to shreds, but
Just like he got tear to shreds.
yeah. So in the car, they do another conversation about the yellow suit, and now he's like very antagonistic about the suit, and then he's like, "Why are you wearing it? If the X-Men told you to wear it, they're not your fucking friends. As friends would not let a friend go off to fight crime like they work for the Los Angeles Rams." So yeah, he again, as you remember, first time he talks about the suit, loves it, looks at the camera saying, "It took you 20 years to do this." Second time is like, "Okay, you're wearing the suit," but like then Logan doesn't answer the question. Now he's just saying, "You look goofy with it."
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know if this is like a tale of five writers or something. I don't know.
APD
I
on
don't
that.
get it. Yeah, he celebrates it first, and now he's mocking it. It's weird.
Yeah, or just Ryan Reynolds just ad-lipping. It's just like, oh, hey, and he forgot that he actually ad-lips the fact that he likes the suit beforehand.
I don't know, because like the thing
I
is,
have no idea.
now we know like there's such an emotional connection for Logan to wear the yellow suit. So I don't know if it's like it's a way to prompt him to get him angry, or get him angrier at least, because he's already angry at how annoying Deadpool is. Fair enough. But yeah, then Deadpool asks like if the TVA could fix his world, what would Logan do? And this causes Logan to stop the car, learning that Wade lied to him about the possibilities of fixing his world. So Deadpool tries to, yeah, go ahead.
Well, like, it's like he lied. Dude, he literally could fix your world. What the fuck?
So he said if. That's what he's upset about.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
like,
because Deadpool doesn't know if that's right or wrong. And then he tries to explain that he needs a Wolverine to help save his world, and Wade doesn't know what it means to save a world, as he only knows how to care about saving his friends. So he knows. So yeah, he's basically saying he has no idea how to save them alone, but his Wolverine used to know how to help people when he was alive, and that's what gets Logan very angry.
I just realized Logan basically tell him nothing about what happened to his world, and he just like, oh, how do you expect me to? What the fuck would I expect you to save my world?
Because he's the worst Wolverine ever.
Haha. Maybe tell him something about it. You know how character writing works. If you can build up to a mystery.
And this is kind of the annoying thing too. It's like this is Deadpool and Wolverine, but like when Wolverine talks about his backstory, it's not to Deadpool at all. It's going to be to somebody else in two different instances. So it's like, I don't know. I just find that kind of weird. If you have like if you want to do a buddy cop sort of thing with these two, I feel like Deadpool should know what's going on in terms of characterization, but it's like, oh, he knows because of the fourth wall. That's not good enough.
And no, especially in the last scene, he was like he literally did not understand what is happening to Logan's world.
Yeah, and then like especially since like the ending pretty much has them as friends, like they accept their differences and they're friends now. I just wish they had a
Yeah.
conversation that kind of makes sense to.
And just saying,
Yeah, so the high stakes thing, but this is like high stakes for the sake of like having high stakes. I don't really, and this is the kind of problem. It's like, oh, if we don't do anything, if we don't do this thing, the world is gonna explode. Like, what are you supposed to do?
no,
It's like, yeah.
here's the thing. It's like in Deadpool 2, okay, I really hate this retcon because they literally could just ask Yukio and Negasonic Teenage Warrior to make a time machine and multiverse hopping machine again.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, but that's what they said in this movie. So Deadpool could have just like, yeah, my friends could just help me with that. Don't worry about it. It's like they established this and they forgot about it. It's like this is why you don't establish a lot of insane shit, because you basically destroy a lot of the stakes that the characters could have.
And then it's just like it's so monotonous nowadays. Like we talked about a lot of MCU products on this podcast already from the past, but like there's so many products, especially in Phase 4 through 5, that a lot of them are, if we don't do this thing, the world is going to explode, or the multiverse is going to collapse, or this is going to do that. There's
All the
so many of
reality
this.
does, every project.
It happens in almost every other project, yeah. So it's like almost every project. So it's like at that point, it's like the stakes are so high in every project when it's like, dude, I just want to go home. Why do I need to do this? Otherwise, the world explodes. It's been really annoying. That's the real thing. I do understand like Wade not knowing what to do because the stakes are high. I get that. It's just an MCU problem. I would say it's like this happens so often that we're just used to it at this point. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, even that I kind of don't buy it. It's like in the beginning of the movie, but still.
Okay, and then here's the other question. Like he says, at least my Wolverine knew how to help people when he was alive. What do you think about that?
Why would you say that?
Well, it was to get under Logan's skin, which it did work. But like, I guess it's like, do you find that true or not?
At least my Wolverine knows how to save people's world when he's alive.
Like he knows how to help people, basically. Whereas like this Logan is being too stubborn to help him.
Depends
That's
because
the argument, yeah.
I have no idea because
the problem here is like this Logan doesn't really counter like anything.
Yeah, it's so weird because yeah, I guess technically because he did join the X-Men, even though like because Logan takes place in Deadpool's universe, so he kind of did stop doing that. Logan, the X-Men timeline is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so it's like I guess, but what should Wolverine say? It's like Wolverine should be saying, "Dude, I used to something like this." So what?
Yeah, but we need that for the third act, though.
I mean,
so this is what he does say. He gets emotional, saying, "Wade is a fucking joke. There's no wonder that the Avengers and the X-Men or anybody would want him. He's ridiculous, immature, a half-wit moron. Logan has never met a sadder and annoying prick like Deadpool, which is saying a lot because he's been alive for over 200 fucking years. He says that Cassandra was right, saying that Deadpool would never save the world. He couldn't even save a relationship with a stripper. Logan wishes that he could say that Wade can die alone, but it's God's best joke that he can't die, but the joke is on everyone else." It's very well acted by Hugh Jackman, very well performed. It was so forced, though, this moment.
Yeah, it's because he's just like, you're a joke. It was like, dude, he's basically the only one trying to help you. I mean, yeah, he sort of got you in this situation.
And then he did lie in terms of like trying to rewrite your history to make it better.
But to be fair, he could do that because he has a template beforehand. It's not like he can't. To be honest, I really hate that retcon. Deadpool could easily just say, "Yeah, I could do that with my friends," or just kill the TV agents.
I mean, the other problem too is like because like the TVA has like a thing. It's like, oh, you're allowed to rewrite history, but you're not allowed to rewrite history. Why is that? It's very inconsistent in terms of what is allowed and what's not allowed. It all depends on, you know, if the sacred timeline wants that, or basically if that's what Kevin Feige wants.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's but because the last line, it's basically Deadpool makes a good point. It's like, dude, you're literally being so stubborn. You're not trying to answer me anything. At least my Wolverine is doing something, and he was like, you're an asshole. I was like, you didn't counter anything, dude.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like I feel like this scene is like specifically written because it wants to take advantage of Hugh Jackman's acting. That's really it. I mean, this isn't the first time he's done a yelling scene in a car. He did that in Prisoners and Logan. So
Logan is so much better with that.
yeah, Logan is way better with it.
Yeah.
And Prisoners.
Because Logan is actually slowly developing a relationship with X-23, and Charles died, his friend died. She's the only thing he has left, and the weight of the world is on his shoulder.
Yeah, and like again, a lot of the things that the anger is coming from, like I get. It's like, oh, you said if, as if like you don't know if you can rewrite my history or not. So it's like it was an educated wish, which is going to be a theme.
Even
So it's like,
yeah,
I get it, but like I don't know if it's strong enough. That's kind of what I'm saying.
it's not strong enough. Even though it's like I still that's just jumping to conclusion. If I say, if I gotta buy you a birthday cake tomorrow, will you help me do my homework?
Yeah, obviously, just the whole thing is like, if you don't do this, my world is going to die. That's the thing about the stakes, though, being super high.
Yeah, that's oh well.
I mean, of course, people are saying this is what deserves the Oscar, but like, that's not going to happen.
No, if he didn't got an Oscar in Logan, he won't
You're
got.
not going to get an Oscar in this movie.
Yep.
Yeah. So I did like how I liked it in concept in the sense that like I like how Deadpool has nothing to say except I'm gonna fight you now in like a very low tone.
Because especially the one line is like this God's best joke that you can't die, because that's actually a thing he tried to do in Deadpool 2. He tried to kill himself.
Yeah,
it's
the joke is on everyone else.
Yeah, and then he gave up his life to save someone. But even that, it's like
you got nothing to say, mouth.
Yeah,
it's very well performed.
I can believe this will strike Deadpool's nerve based on what he gone from in Deadpool 2. Like for once.
He tried to commit suicide, in that film.
Yeah. But that's I'm gonna say this is the most we got for Deadpool when it comes to consistent characterization.
Yeah, because honestly, like he's kind of in the back burner for most of the film. Everything else kind of focuses more on Wolverine, which we'll get to. And yeah, basically Deadpool and Wolverine just fight all night until they pass out.
In a car.
People are praising this scene. It's like, oh my god, this is so cool. It's like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? You're just sacrificing characterization for just fighting.
Logan and Wade fighting in cars and my mom to hysterics.
Yeah, no, this fight scene just like, oh, I'm gonna kill, I'm gonna punch you, Sure, there's no characterization here. They don't even do the I fight while talking.
Yeah, it's just, again, it's like a lot of these fights are just gonna have to keep going until they're tired, because they both can just regen. But yeah. And then, because they fought all night, they passed out. The next day, a mysterious girl walks up and drives the car while the duo are asleep.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah, this infinite void.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think that is because this character is able to see for a long distance. According to that movie, we're gonna talk about it. Right?
Which one?
you get to review first.
Can you repeat what you said? I didn't hear you.
Because that character has an established ability that you can see for a long distance, according to that movie. That I don't know, are you gonna reference in this movie?
Are you talking about the mystery girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sty, we just talked about pretty much everything from the car ride. The car ride is like the thing that has like the most thing to talk about, and then Nice Pool. So yeah, now
It's a long. Yeah, it's
they're
basically
in the Borderlands. Okay, and also convenient that I guess none of them could hear or feel the cars driving, or they could smell the mystery girl.
remember
Especially
this
Wolverine.
Yeah, and remember this Logan. He doesn't get tired easily.
Yeah, but he does.
For some reason.
And then Deadpool wakes up and he hears someone comes in. He's pinned down by Jennifer Garner's Elektra.
Dun, dun, dun.
She's
Yeah.
from those movies.
Yeah, the 2003 Daredevil and the 2005 Elektra movie. And then it's just like the music starts playing, and then people just start coming out one at a time. Wesley Snipes' Blade. walks.
I clapped because I know Blade.
the first superhero of the modern era. And then a mystery guy comes in. Channing Tatum's Gambit walks in.
No, he's from that thing that wasn't made.
Yay.
Yeah.
I got.
Yeah. So this is the Resistance. There's only 4 of them in this infinite void. That's just something I wanted to comment on.
There were 5, but then Deadpool got that one killed.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Love You was like
Miscast in 2003. Yeah.
For me it's like, oh, I saw the movie. I don't think she's bad in that movie. I just look at
it's more of like if I were to make a comment, it's like I'd rather cast a Greek actress, but like,
but to be fair,
outside of that, it's like
they
back
did
then
say
they
that.
didn't really do that. Yeah.
To be fair, they did say the character is Greek, so it was like, they acknowledge it. They're just like, sure, whatever. But
Yeah.
to be fair, I do not think the acting is bad. Most people just say that it's because they didn't cast a Greek actress. That's it.
I just think because the movies are bad.
Yeah, to be fair, it's like because I don't think Garner is like really good because she does deliver some lines really poorly. So it's like, but at the same time, I don't think she's really bad in the movie. She just she's okay.
Yeah, and honestly, like I really found it funny. One of the discussions is like, oh, it's not like they came in like expecting people to clap just because they're here. It's like, yes, they have some characterization because the movie actually uses them, and not like Multiverse of Madness where the Illuminati are killed in like 2 minutes. But it's like it's nowhere on the level of No Way Home with how they handle the variants.
No, and here's the thing. Anything they got in this scene, I argue it made them even worse.
Yeah, it's just like I guess they're handled better than Multiverse of Madness, but congratulations doing something better than Multiverse of Madness, guys.
Worse in hell for that.
Yeah, the Illuminati.
Hey, got hit there.
Oh my god.
To be fair, the problem in Multiverse of Madness is because they literally just killed their friend, who's basically a saint, and they just killed him because he might make a mistake.
And that was a rewrite. He originally was supposed to be treated like a hero, but then the reshoots was like, you know what? Why don't we make him a villain for what he did? And
he saved your universe, and once he made a mistake by destroying another universe, he renounced it immediately. And you just killed him for it because fuck it, he might make a mistake again. just like everyone else.
Yeah, yeah. As for like picking Jennifer Garner as Elektra, I think the only reason why is because she is technically the first female superhero woman who has a movie. In that sense, I don't know if like that's the meta reason. I really don't think so. I just think they wanted somebody back then, and she just made sense.
Yeah, that's to be fair. I'll just say, do you want to
Probably,
get? Yeah, I'll just say, just get Ang Lee's Hulk or something. Who's the actor who plays Ang Lee's Hulk?
Eric Bana.
Eric Bana.
Yeah, get him back.
What if they got Nick
They've been
Nolte
trying.
absorbing man from that movie?
Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider would make more sense though.
Oh
to be
fuck
fair.
yeah, true.
Hell yeah.
Clearly, they want a woman, so yeah.
He's scraping at the door. Scraping at the door.
Yeah. Oh right, Elektra. So I'm gonna assume this.
So yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't think the characterizations of these characters is what makes Deadpool and Wolverine better than Mom or anything like that. I have other reasons as to why I think this is worse than Mom, but like again, that kind of gets to when we talk about the conclusion of this movie.
Yeah.
How
By the
things
way,
are handled, but yeah.
yeah, I also remember I actually seen the Blade movies last year, like late last year, and I recently seen the Elektra movie again just in case. And I've seen a video, and I've seen someone just talk about, okay, what happened to Channing Tatum's Gambits, like what happened, blah blah blah. And I actually rewatched some things from Blade the series just to get an idea. Oh my god, what did I? And their ignorance of those things is insane.
Yeah, and there's a lot of contradictions in this scene alone that I think is very damaging to the entire story because
Yeah.
they can't seem to agree on what is the fates of these other universes of these characters. But we'll get to that in a second. So yeah, Deadpool. Well, first he was asking like, "Is there any more coming out the door?" It's like, no. Okay, no more cameos, I guess. Okay, good meta. And then he looks at Blade. It's like, I didn't expect to see you here. I thought you were retired. And then Blade. This is something I told Operation. What Blade thought he says was the R word. And then he's like, yeah, I said retired. I'm not trying to get canceled again. Very funny. And yeah, Blade said he never liked Deadpool. And Deadpool says, you never did.
Yeah, forget it. Blade Trinity.
Wesley hates Ryan Reynolds during Blade Trinity.
Yeah, to be fair, that's fine. That's in character for Blade to say.
Yeah, I guess it's like, do you know Deadpool specifically? It doesn't really matter. There's a Deadpool core, so it's like I'm sure he met one of the Deadpools and hates him for that reason.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. This is
Fair
probably
enough.
this is probably the best meta reference because there's a lot more shit to come.
I'm gonna say it right now. Gambit is very difficult to understand for most of the movie.
Oh
That's
yeah.
the joke.
As Deadpool says, your dialogue coach must have been the Minions or something.
Oh no, because at that point I was like, dude, did you tell Channing Tatum just act badly, or did he actually act this badly?
So I've seen people talk about it. It's like, oh, but that's like a Cajun accent in real life. Like they're really hard to understand. It's like I'm sure you can do a Cajun accent that's like negligible of just like being able to tell what he's trying to say. Like, I mean, you got X-97, the X-Men series, like having at least like a coherent Gambit, but like,
I mean,
it is what it is.
I mean, have you heard of French people talk? Just saying, there's a lot of famous French actress. Leia Seydoux, who's supposed to play Belladonna. There's Nomi Merland, who stars in some English movies, or like Tar, which got an Oscar nomination. There's a lot of French actors that can speak fluently.
Yeah. It's like, but I get the joke. It's meant to be a joke, but like, if I can't even understand what Gambit is trying to say, like it could be like as Deadpool even says, he's saying important exposition that nobody can understand.
Cool.
So yeah, that's
I'll
kind
get-
of your fault, isn't it?
Yep, it's like just because you say yeah doesn't mean that we have doesn't mean we have to accept it.
Yeah,
We
I'm,
might
I'm
have
not
to-
asking for like captions or anything like that, but like, I don't know, just speak better.
To be fair, we might have
gotta
to use a
speak better.
Yep.
Yeah.
To be honest, when we break down it later, we might have to use a transcript because we're like what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, so Remy says they call him the Gambit, and then Deadpool's like, "Are you sure you just wanted people to call you that, but it never worked out that way?" Ah,
Ha ha ha. But didn't we see X-Men Origins? There's a Gambit there, and
Yeah.
he didn't fall for that.
yeah, Taylor Kish. I think I liked his Gambit a little bit better.
To be at least I can understand him.
Yeah, I did a breakdown of X-Men '97. I found it overrated. I don't think it's terrible, but like, I really had a lot of problems with the show in terms of like how it was executed, and I think like going for like the whole streamlining aspect is kind of what brings it down for the most part, because like it's really sacrificing the multiple characters for the sake of a story, and I think it just kind of takes away the charm that the '90s series had. But like that's like a long discussion that I have a video on in the podcast channel that you can listen if you're ever interested. But yeah, so Gambit also says too, this is the first time they've seen a Wolverine. They've never seen him in the Void before.
Somehow.
Yeah. Wolverine doesn't really care. Drinks Gambit's liquor. Then Gambit uses a card to explode the drink. So you're wasting your own liquor.
But it's
Right.
cool.
He used the Shocky card. So it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, Deadpool says, like, he's been looking for the three of them. Elektra said there are actually four. Deadpool asked, like, is this Magneto? Blade said Magneto died. Deadpool is angry. And now Disney got cheap. Then he asked who brought them here. And it's like Laura reveals it was her. Laura X-23.
Yay.
So
Sure. Why is she here?
don't know. Now this is kind of my problem with Laura's characterization for the entire movie. It's like she's pretty much exactly like the Logan movie Laura, or like what she would be like in today's standards, like how old she is now. But it's not very clear, is it the same Laura or is it a different Laura? And that kind of gets more apparent the more we talk about her later. So yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, she's just waiting for them to mention X-23.
Yeah,
She's
why was she waiting outside? It's like, who brought you here? It was actually me.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out of the
Reminds you
shadows.
of we should tell the truth.
Yeah. And by the way,
Proof.
Yep.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, if someone just basically that if Cassandra just read Johnny's mind, they will literally know the Resistance hideout.
Yeah. And again, I still don't think there should be 4 people in the Resistance in this entire void, but it is what it is.
But to be fair, they did mention 3 more. We'll get to that.
We're getting to that. So actually, Magneto was one of them who died.
So 4 more.
4 more than you. Deadpool asks, "How did you guys end up here?" Blade says that one day the TVA knocked at his door and just sent him here. Elektra said the same thing happened to her.
Oh
Gambit,
no! Fuck.
Let me just finish it. Yeah, Gambit feels like he was born in the void, but he can't remember. This is meant to be what considers some. So this is something that people are saying about the void being a metaphor for the forgotten Marvel properties, aka anything not by the MCU. And yeah, go ahead.
So what they said, Elektra, they knocked on Elektra's door and they arrested her. That means it can't happen if it takes place in if that means they can't be pulling the Elektra from a Daredevil movie, because right after she's revealed to a hero to Daredevil, because she's got mentioned she knows Daredevil afterwards, and she knows who Daredevil is. So she got killed by Bullseye a minute afterwards. She got resurrected in Elektra movie, so they're pulling the version from Elektra. There's no way this version will connect to Daredevil. And with that being said, Elektra from Elektra has a lot of insane powers that people do not know about, even from people who actually seen the movie, who might forgot about them.
Yeah.
Free. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to keep going, or do you want me to talk about it later?
I'd say talk about Elektra altogether.
Yeah, let's go. Let's run to that scene first.
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about it now, or?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna mention she has 3 powers. One, she can see the distance, which is what I assume she did for how to find Deadpool and Wolverine. I assume because they didn't say it, they didn't mention that. And 2, she can see the future, like Madam Web.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can control it as well.
Control the future. Yeah.
So you can control the future.
Yeah, she can see it and control it afterwards.
It's OD.
And that's not even the most OP power she has.
She has a
Maybe
web.
maybe she lost them after her movie.
You know, both films are related. They have a Cassandra in both movies.
Yeah. And 3, by rubbing her hands and touching people's head and their chest, she can bring people back from the dead.
So does it depend on like Johnny being skeleton?
Yeah, what would he come back as a live pile of guts?
I have no idea, but honestly, because it actually works on herself. When Stick heals her, she got stabbed, cut on her neck, stab in her hand, and fall off a building afterwards, and she's completely healed after that.
Yeah, that would have been nice. They do have a Nolan North cameo in the movie. I don't know if you remember the floating head pool. That's voiced by Nolan North.
I thought that was
Nathan Fillion. Yeah, I think that's Nathan Fillion.
Oh, that is Nathan Fillion. Oh, then why didn't you get Nolan North?
Weird.
Fucking idiots.
You're
right. That's Nathan Fillion.
Nolan North is Deadpool in a lot of things. Hulk versus Wolverine, a lot of games. Yeah, they could have got him.
Yeah.
His voice actor, that's his thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was a prison guard in Deadpool too. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah. Here's something that I found annoying. Laura never explains how she ended up here due to the vagueness if she's the real Laura from Wade's World or not.
Yeah.
And we really don't know by the end of the movie either.
And by the way,
they pretty much want you to think it's that one.
Yeah, the problem is like there's so much evidence. Like this is like actually the most they've done effort into trying to make things line up well. I don't know if it's because like Logan is 2017, so it's like people remember and people really love Logan, so it's like we need to make sure these plot points are accurate. But for those movies like Blade, Elektra, Fantastic Four, nobody really cares about those. We can fudge things around and just say it's the same. People believe us. We're the greatest universe in the world.
Yeah, I totally believe you. By the way, if Elektra can see the future, she can basically prevent people from dying, and she can literally bring people back from the dead.
Yeah, the only powers that she has in the comics are hypnosis and like she can like temporarily switch her mind into another person's thought. Like basically, she can see what somebody is going to do. So it's like, yeah, she can kind of see the future, but like in the sense of like, I know you're going to plan on doing something to me. So I can use that to my advantage when I fight you, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's not like literally, this war is going to happen. I know the thing that's going to cause it to happen, so let's stop it from happening. It's not like that. She has to be like physically
Yeah,
present.
the North Pole will be under attack by the Fire Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, so Blade says that this is like here's some of the contradictions coming on from here. Blade says that the TVA decided that their universe was dying, and he never had a chance to fight for it. And Elektra says that's because the TVA knows that these guys wouldn't go down quietly, so they took them out. Now, here's my thing. I really feel like this movie, these characters are just like you can put any three characters and it's fine. Like you could just do the same movie, but like you have Ang Lee's Hulk, Michael Chiklis Thing, and Anne Hathaway's Black Cat for that Spider-Man 4 reference. That didn't get to happen, but like she's pretty much like Gambit at that point, and it's Anne Hathaway, so we'll like that. Yeah, but you could do the same thing with like any three other heroes, and that's that. Like it doesn't really like there's nothing really inherent of like why you need Blade, Elektra, Gambit, X20. I mean X-23 just has like a bias. You kind of just have to keep her in. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like it doesn't really feel like these like what if Blade was in the void? What if Elektra was in the void? It doesn't really feel like that. They just feel like just another superhero.
No, if they're really characters, they would just say something about they regret, like what happened afterwards, blah 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 blah, and what did they regret? What happened to them? And they go through arcs, like No Way Home with Toby and Andrew.
Yeah, and this is the kind of thing like where I feel like there's a lot of like action figuring thing. Like everybody is like, if you're not speaking, you're just standing and listening to everybody else talk. It's a lot more apparent in the Cassandra layer where like you have like 50 mutants just standing around listening to three people talk. Here it's like you still kind of feel that like everybody's like, when you're playing with your action figures and you have like you're trying to make dialogue, but there's still like 6 other toys like waiting around just for wait for you to finish. It's just something like that. Like I don't know. I find the direction like really like boring. But yeah. And then, Deadpool says, we should team up, get out of here. Logan says, don't listen to him because he's a liar. Deadpool says that they've been into Cassandra's lair and she can send them home. Everybody is interested in that part because nobody ever gets out of there alive. Gambit says that every time somebody is sent out there, they died. The Punisher, Quicksilver, Daredevil.
Oh my god.
And then Deadpool says sorry about Daredevil to Elektra, but she says it's fine. A reference to Garner's divorce to Ben Affleck.
Which is insane because Elektra is not 4-4 character. Basically what she said is, the person I love died. Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, divorce in the real world.
It's a joke. It's a joke, man.
What? Yeah, sure.
They could have kept Blade if they gave him some kind of small arc to continue from this movie. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like that's like a natural thing to do.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. How did Quicksilver even get caught? No explanation.
Yep. And by the way, Elektra can see the future as well. So, and she can bring people back from death. So I have no idea why can't they just save them? But maybe they got eaten by a lion. Maybe I'm not sure.
The one leeway is like everybody's like scared to go into Cassandra's lair because they'll die because nobody else has came back. I could see that as why she's not out there to resurrect people. And then apparently Cassandra wears the skin of the people she killed. So I don't know. That's just her quirk, I guess.
And then you just realize Elektra can see the future. So it's like if someone's dying, she just prevent it. It's insane.
No, she couldn't do it. See,
this is why I'm thinking like I think they pulled Daredevil's Elektra. I don't think they counted Elektra into this. If I'm being realistic.
If that because if that's that is because what they say, it's like Yes, here's something I've just thought of that because she's wearing the suit from Daredevil, but at the
Yeah.
same time they just like, oh, we knocked on her door and we captured her. I was like, dude, there's no way you can do that in that time frame during Daredevil.
So that's kind of the thing too. You're just gonna have to accept that nobody likes Daredevil and Elektra, so we can do whatever we want with them, and nobody will question it. So yeah,
It's so insane because if that is the case, if we go by Daredevil movie, Elektra should be the most loving Daredevil. Elektra is loving Daredevil. Then when she realized Daredevil got framed for murder, she immediately tried to kill Bullseye. If they say I saved Elektra right here, it's like I actually Elektra got kidnapped right there. She'll be hating that Puska when she mentions that she shouldn't be saying, oh, it's fine. She should be saying, it's like, yeah. I was like, I got killed afterwards by Boza. I'm so sad. Not only that I kind of saved my boyfriend who almost got killed by Bullseye. I immediately got captured afterwards. It's not no, it's never fine. This is not something you just move on from.
yeah.
Maybe that's another one of her powers.
No, yeah, because Elektra movie, it's about her unable, like having rage in her body that she has to learn to make peace at the end.
She's just pretty normal in this movie. Like she doesn't really do anything with powers either. That's why it's like it feels like they went with Daredevil's Elektra.
Yeah, even though it doesn't make sense. But
No,
who cares?
yeah,
Because Daredevil was bad.
yeah, and we we knocked on her door like a minute before she died. That's how she knows that Daredevil exists. So it's like you gotta be kidding me if
But Daredevil's the thing is like Daredevil's also was in this universe, or in the Void. So I guess they just took both of them. I don't know. Maybe they took them. Well, it's like let's just knock at the door. Okay.
no.
I really hate this whole thing. And then it's like there's this whole absolute beings thing. The anchor being. So I don't know if like they're like who's gonna say that Elektra's the anchor being of their universe? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and it's
Maybe it's Bullseye.
Bullseye from the movie.
Bullseye's in this Void too. By the way,
Yeah,
he's not played by Colin Farrell, but he is in
Wait.
the movie.
He is? I didn't see. I missed him.
They don't really focus on it. He's in the credits though, like a Bullseye.
They focus
That's
more
the problem. It's like the side mutants and the side like whoever's not Cassandra Nova over there is like kind of useless.
Mhm.
Except I guess Juggernaut and Azazel is at least identifiable.
Dude, they focus
everybody
more
else is
on
just normal.
they focus more on the Russian than any other mutants, which is insane. The Russian from Thomas Jane Punisher.
I think it's a general Russian because the Russian dies in every iteration.
But I think there's only one Russian in all.
There's a Russian in the Punisher show.
Oh yeah, aside from I don't think they're pulling from the Punisher show.
But it's
based
definitely
on the size.
Yeah.
Based on
I think it's just I think it's a generic Russian. We will talk about the Punisher in a second because he does come up. He's referencing it later.
Here's the thing. Just one more thing. It was like if I got a reference like people dying, I was like, they died. He's called Punisher, Quicksilver, Daredevil. I was like, oh, okay. I will not be referencing their superhero names. I will be referencing their real names, like Frank, Peter, Matt,
Pietro.
yeah.
There's I have mixed feelings on that. Mainly because I don't think there's anything wrong with calling somebody by their superhero name.
But of course, there's Elektra there who knows Daredevil, so I was like,
it's just Gambit is the one who's saying all these names, and I don't know Gambit at all, so it's like I can't make any comments on that. That's kind of the point with Gambit because he has a lot of meta lines that gets really annoying. I'll give it a few examples here, but Gambit continues. He says they haven't heard back from Johnny Storm yet. They asked what happened. Deadpool is forced to say that Johnny died because Wolverine is letting them know that. But even though that happens, like they can still save his world. I mean, Elektra says, "I don't really care about your world."
Here's the
But
thing.
if we
Deadpool
get in,
is so selfish at that point. It's like, yeah, I know your friend died, but save my world. Shut up. Oh, that
This is
was so off.
this is just like, but again, it's like this is that same thing. It's like the stakes are so high. It's like, I mean, I guess it's like I don't care. It's just save my world, otherwise it will explode. It's like, yeah, it's selfish, but it's like, yeah, I mean, it's just like I guess one person is not as valuable as an entire planet.
But to be fair, it's like
That's the problem with these like high stakes. It's like,
I guess it's a lot of you're lying. So well. Yeah.
So Deadpool makes a plan. It's like to how to take down Cassandra. It's like maybe we can use Magneto's helmet to block out her psychic power. Blade says that Cassandra melted the helmet as she killed Magneto, which got him to say fuck again. So yeah, not happy about that. But Elektra says the only other helmet that is strong enough is the Juggernaut.
I mean, yay. At least they didn't say. At least they didn't have Polaris here from the Gifted. Hopefully, to be honest, if they say it's like, oh, do you know that Polaris died? And her psychic powers can block, and her helmet can block psychic powers. So it's like,
yeah, they're not going to mention mutants from a TV show. Let's be honest.
Oh no, it's actually in the X-Men timeline when the X-Men doesn't exist. It's actually really good when it comes to world building and characterization. And I love the show. Unfortunately, of course, the X-Men's never gonna acknowledge it, and I think it's a good thing because if they gotta do so, I think they got ruined it. At this point.
So this is the contradiction that I found. It's like one of the biggest contradictions in the entire movie. Elektra says that she is sick of hiding, and that they need to face it that their worlds have forgotten about them. So yeah, that's I think this is the biggest contradiction in the film. Elektra is saying that their worlds have forgotten about them.
Who cares about it?
Meaning that the worlds should still exist then. They're not destroyed yet.
But here and then
but as Blade says that his universe was destroyed. So these are two completely different things you're telling me.
And here's another thing. Deadpool keeps saying, "Oh, your universe is destroyed, but you can save mine." Oh, you got three of them then.
Yeah, but then even then, it's like there's more references in the future. Like, I mean, later in the movie about like what B-15 says about their other universes as well. And I think this is a very major contradiction to have it not clear if like these universes are gone or if they have already imploded or anything like that. And yeah, I found it to be like a massive contradiction for the entire movie. And I don't know if that's a product of 5 writers or, I mean, it definitely is, if we're being honest. But yeah, so she's saying like, the worlds have forgotten about them. Gambit says, or never learned about us. Then Elektra says, the heroes we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elektra is never a hero in her movie.
Elektra's not a hero in comics. She's an anti-hero.
It's like she's literally a contract killer in Elektra, and you expect me to you just expect me to just believe that she'll call herself a hero.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. She's an anti-hero. I don't know what they're going with Elektra. And then Blade says the lives we saved. Then Gambit says, or wanted to save. Dude, I get it, Gambit. You didn't have a movie. Can you please shut the fuck up about you didn't get to do anything?
Oh no, Blade actually cares about saving humans. Wait, I thought he just wanted to really hate vampires.
It's not like saving lives. It's more like making sure vampires don't hurt people.
Yeah,
like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
he's technically still saving lives.
Yeah, it's like, and to be honest, it's a lot of, here's the thing. It's like, what the it's like, if I'm being honest, I won't be referencing like, oh, we saved the world. Fuck no, say something more personal. you could say something more. This is your opportunity to say something more personal here to characterize you. Well, you guys, it's we used to save the world.
These are generic. That's what I'm saying. Like you can replace them with any other superhero from the Fox verse, and like the same thing happens. There's nothing that really indicates that this is Blade, Elektra. I mean, who cares about Gambit? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that's the problem with these like generic lines. It's like they don't really tie those movies into it. It's just like, yeah, we were heroes, we saved lives, and then Gambit saying like they never learned about us, or I wanted to save people, but I didn't get to do that. All right, man, I get it, man.
Yeah, but I remember Blade actually has a lot of guilt when people next to him died. So was Elektra. So it was like, oh, you just and this is how and right after you heard your teammate die from this, and you just gotta be like, oh yeah, oh well. Anyway, it was like, oh, you guys are not gonna grieve for it for more. It's like, especially for Blade, he actually, even though he acts really tough most of the time, whenever someone he cares about died, it emotionally damages him. Remember when Christoph died in Blade Trinity?
Yeah.
And it's like he literally could not speak for like 20 minutes, grieving. I mean, that movie is shit, by the way, but that part is good.
Yeah. And again, my other thing that kind of annoys me with this movie too is like there's like so much like, oh, we need to prove ourselves. Prove yourself to who?
And
You're in the void.
Not only that, because Elektra and Blade are the two people who doesn't give a shit about their reputation. If you got to prove from it.
And then it's like I guess prove themselves to the TVA, but like still why?
Yeah, because it's a lot of it. Because at this point you could just put Ang Lee's Hulk, and that would make a bit more sense than this.
Yeah, and it's like here, Elektra says that helping the duo might be their chance to be remembered as the heroes they deserved for their legacies. And this gets the others to agree. And again, it's like this is like, okay, if we help the duo, we're gonna be known as the heroes that. So this is why people think this is the void is meant to be a metaphor of things that are forgotten, things that have died off, things that needs to be redeemed, or something like that. And yeah, the film kind of goes into that angle, but I don't know, man.
No,
you still got the whole fact that the TVA puts people there as punishment for messing with the multiverse.
No, to be honest, I would just say that the best motivation is I want to take revenge for the friends they got killed because they killed Daredevil, Quicksilver, Punisher, Magneto, and Johnny Storm. That should be their motivation because the friends who tried to fight them died, and this is the last shot to just do it. This is the best chance to do it together to save everyone from the void. But no, they're like, we want to be remembered. That is so meta.
Improve our legacies.
Yeah, this is just clearly
it all works, man. It's like so I really hope we get the next. We see these superheroes back again for Secret Wars. I hope we get a Gambit film now by leading Channing Tatum. I mean, the stuff works for people. I don't know why.
No, I don't know why, because it's just this. Here's the thing: this movie is all just meta references. But when you really dig into it, it's like nothing makes sense, aside from just being meta.
Yeah, and then,
And remember, this movie doesn't remember Blade the series exists. But we'll get to that.
Yeah. And then Deadpool's like, "How about you, X-23? Are you in?" Laura corrects Deadpool by saying that her name is Laura, not X-23. Which honestly, I did kind of appreciate that because like this is kind of a commentary on people's takes on should she be called X-23 or something else. X-23 is like calling Wolverine the Weapon X. It's like basically their slave names. So I appreciated that, but like I wish they kind of reference like if she has like a new title or if like or anything like that. But like it could have been nice if they had more for her to say or something because like Laura only says like 2 lines in this entire scene. It was me. I was the one who drove you here, and my name is Laura. And yes, let's fucking go.
Oh, all right. Because they apparently they fight all night and they didn't damage the car when it comes to driving for some reason. Even though even though a strong into the car could easily just damage it.
Yeah. So now it's nighttime. Oh wait. Before that, everybody is hype about let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Logan's like, you're all gonna die. Deadpool, can you please just read the room? Funny. Logan is cynical. All that stuff. All that jazz. And it's nighttime. Logan is outside drinking in front of the campfire. Laura sits next to him, and Logan says he's not looking for company. Laura ignores this and then says that, he reminds her of her father. Angry, drunk, mean. But he always showed up when it mattered the most. Her Logan wasn't able to help it, even if he didn't want to. She says that he may not know it, but Logan is a good man. And, Logan says that she might not know this, but he's regarded as the worst Logan in the multiverse.
Okay.
So this gets Laura to say, she got to have a life and grow up because of her Logan. A lot of her friends did. And okay, so that's so before I go to the next part of what Logan says, like I wanted to comment on Laura is using a lot of references from Logan the movie. Like it's almost like it's like pretty much exactly the same as what happened. So it's like that confusing nature. Is this supposed to be Laura, or is this a multiverse variant of Laura? If yes, then you didn't do a really good job trying to differentiate the two. If it's a no, but you want to make it very similar to make it feel like it's the same Laura, that's very lazy. You're going to tell me that Laura is the same, except little Timmy decided to drink coffee instead of tea that one day, and that's why it's a different universe. So I don't know. I guess that's what it is. And they never confirm any of this throughout the movie, so it's just something I found annoying about Laura in general. But like, I think she's fine. I think she's like one of the better characters, but like because she has not that much to do, I would say. And yeah, we talked about this yesterday about like Deadpool movies being in the same universe as Logan is kind of
Nonsense.
off. Yeah.
Don't get it. It's even that was like because this is the letter we got from Laura, but I have more to say about her later.
Yeah, so this is what a lot of her friends got to grow up because of Logan. This is what gets Logan to say, a lot of kids did not get to grow up because of him.
Oh, by the way, that's references Laura's universe is not that, by the way, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's why. But that kind of goes back to, is this the same Laura or not? That's the problem. Because again, like everything she's describing is Logan, or like things that would happen post Logan. So it's like, I don't know. It's like if you were taken by in this universe, then like you should probably mention that. But again, when Laura was asked like, how did you end up here? She doesn't answer the question, and that's really annoying. That's the problem. It's that leeway thing that we were talking about before, but like not being answered is kind of hard to like concretely say if she's a variant.
No, here's the thing. This all the MCU stuff nowadays is like, oh, we just have to keep being fake, or else people just gotta pinpoint the problem. So whenever people just like say something like, oh, so at the other person could just like, oh, maybe, I was like, oh fuck, I have to deal with this again.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, at least like if you see my point of view, I think the problem is that it is maybe. I think it's fair to say maybe, and that's annoying. I hate it too.
Yeah, even that I was like, even because if I gotta go maybe, I have to disprove the maybe. It's like it's a lot of cycles over and over.
And the problem is like I don't think you can really disprove the maybe as of right now. That's the other thing.
No, it's until the end of the movie I got a bit more to say. So
yeah. So yeah, Logan's universe. No kids got to grow up because of him. She says that he says that just trust him, that he's not a hero. Then Laura says, that suit seems to say something different. So then Logan decides to talk about the suit. He doesn't do it with Deadpool. He doesn't do it before.
Yeah.
But now this girl that he just met, who he learns that is his daughter in another universe, he's willing to open up now.
Even though you guys don't have any connections beforehand.
Yes.
It's like saying to it's like if I met my estranged wife and she said I knocked up another person and you're his and I have a daughter and you're his stepfather now. Cool. I guess we still haven't met each other yet.
Yeah. Again, like these like heartfelt moments, quote unquote, with Logan. Again, it just feels like they're just trying to take advantage of Hugh's ability of being able to be sad on the spot and just go with it. Because like I really don't. Because like when we were watching the movie, like the first thing we were like, this is not going to be earned. Like this is not earned. Why are you saying all this stuff to her right now? That's what we were saying like while it was happening. But yeah, he says that Cyclops used to beg him to wear this suit, and so did Jean, Storm, Beast. So it's obviously meant to be the opposite of what Foxverse was like, with Cyclops making Logan wear the black leather suit. But I mean, even with that, it's like that doesn't mean that everybody was wearing their comic accurate suits in that universe. Like they could still wear this exact same yellow suit. Then it's like the same thing that what 2000 Cyclops said, but it's like a different suit color. So I don't know. It's just not enough evidence for me to show that they're different. They're that much different, at least. But that was my own commentary on that. So yeah, Logan says that they wanted him to be part of the team, and he says that he used to say that they looked fucking ridiculous, but he didn't want to let them know that he actually did want to be on that team. He's basically that bad boy who's like, I don't really care, but I secretly do, that kind of thing.
Hey, by the way, this is something that Deadpool makes fun of in the first movie when he said Sonic Teenage Warhead. He was like, "Oh, you're just pretending to be not this. You just want to pretend to be edgy, cool, stoic, and like blah blah blah." And at the end, when he reveals everything, Negasonic just like, yeah, you're right. This is the first time he met Negasonic, and he doesn't do the same to Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the problem. His whole the anchor that he has is that he's the worst Wolverine in the world. So now they're trying to justify why. Now he's not going to answer this fully. So when I was watching it, so he explains that one day he went away and he went to a bar, and that day the humans went mutant hunting. And then Laura says, I can guess the rest of that. But then Logan's like, no, I need to say this. I need to say this. Which again, not earned, but okay. He says that when he went home from the bar, all of the mutants died. So you're trying to tell me that humans went to the X Mansion and just killed all of you?
Seriously? Wait, is this supposed to be a clean slate? So it's like, oh, we're not supposed to believe that these are the Foxing X-Men. I was like, okay, cool. Maybe they are just as weak as Bob the Builder. But I was like, sure. But that means I don't have any connections to them.
You made the worst Cyclops in live action, and he's not even in the movie.
Well,
how did you do that?
You
made the worst Cyclops, including the ones from the prequels, James Marsden, the one from X-Men Origins, which I think X-Men Origins Cyclops is the best one out of the three, which is a very low bar, by the way. But yeah, a bunch of humans just went in there and just killed a bunch of mutants, man.
Wait,
Mutants are
yeah. Wait, isn't this the universe with the Avengers? How did they allow that to happen?
racist.
Wait, remember there's okay, I'm gonna reference another show called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they do the same thing to Inhumans. Except the fact those fuckers didn't just walk into the Inhumans HQ and just try to kill all of them.
So here's my thing. I don't think there's any justification as to why a bunch of humans can go into the X Mansion and kill every last mutant. So obviously, like, I'm not talking about just in the sense of like, oh, Wolverine was gone and that was the day that the humans went in and killed everybody. I really don't care about that because, like, even if Wolverine was there, like, yes, but you're saying he would be the only one to survive because he regenerates. That's it.
No,
You're telling me that there's no credence from Beast, Storm, the Goddess of Thunder,
no, or fucking Charles Xavier, who has
Xavier, who is a mind reader.
No, yeah, he actually referenced that later. It's like, oh, we actually, and he doesn't disprove that when he said, "No, Charles can read minds and stuff." So it's like, dude, at least that Charles can sense things, like the Fox Charles.
Again,
So,
my only thing is like, if it was a Sentinel attack, that would have been better. At least if they were killing all the mutants that way. But even that, like, say that you saying that the humans came and they killed all of you, that's like really pathetic. It's really pathetic. And you would have mentioned Sentinels. Like, I'm sorry. You can't just say that, oh, the humans came and attacked. Oh, of course they meant Sentinels. No, that's not the same thing.
No, of course not. It's like, that is insane. It's like, or you could just say the robots attack.
Yeah, I'll still say Sentinels.
Well, you know how this is supposedly the worst Wolverine in the multiverse? You see, he just comes from the worst X-Men in the multiverse.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah, and that universe, the Avengers didn't do anything, I guess. What's like, holy shit!
The worst Avengers in the multiverse. See, it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just really bad. And then it's like, at this point of the movie, like, he still didn't really say anything that was like, okay, that's not. I guess, like, you're saying you're the worst Wolverine because you weren't able to save the X-Men in your universe because they all died to humans. So that's not really the worst thing. It's just you were at the wrong place at the wrong time. So it's like, that's not really a justification as to why you're the worst Wolverine, if we're being honest.
I mean, the Logan Wolverine from Logan, so it's even worse than you. Just saying.
Yeah, but they're gonna double down on what makes him the worst Wolverine. We'll get to that. But as of right now, this isn't really. I don't think it's enough evidence to tell me that he's the worst Logan at this point. Yeah, and then like Logan is saying that when he went home from the bar, all the mutants died, and the suit, he always keeps the suit on because it's the last thing of how he can remember them, who they were, and what he did or what he didn't do. So yeah, I guess that's like that. So the reason why he wears the yellow suit is not because he wants to; it's because he needs to. That kind of thing. I don't know. It's just like I don't know. I would like it for a costume to be worn because they just want to wear the costume, not because of some emotional baggage or something like that. But that's like a phase 4, phase 5 thing in particular. But yeah. And yeah, the thing is, like, Logan is crying when he says all this, and that was the thing. Like, the entire time, all I was thinking about how pathetic the X-Men must have been if humans killed every single one of them while Logan was out at the bar.
And Wolverine described it as mutant hunting. So basically, it's just like, oh, that's a really casual thing. They just casually go do hunting. It's not like they build a super weapon that kills all of them.
Going out for mutant hunting. Down, Billy.
Oh, now we just have some rivals and go shoot some mutants.
Let's shoot the fucking mutants, guys. Yeah. So obviously there's nothing really else to say. So Laura says that they're heading to Cassandra's at sunup. Logan says that, have fun because it's not his fight. And then Laura's like, we're not going to be able to pull this off without you. And then Logan says as she leaves that whoever she thinks he is or who he was, like, he's the wrong guy. Then Laura turns back and says that he was always the wrong guy, as she leaves him to continue drinking. Now, one thing I want to mention is that when they do the flashback back to the scene, Laura says, "You were always the wrong guy until you weren't." Like, she says both of those lines together in the flashback, but in this scene of when it's actually happening in real time, she only says the one, "You were always the wrong guy." So it's like, okay, editors, I think you forgot a line then.
I
Oh,
think it's supposed to be something like a reveal. As stupid as it was.
No, it's impossible because like they show the shot of Laura looking at him, saying the line, and then turning back around to walk away. And
Yeah,
then
I know it's
in the
meant, like,
edit, yeah, and then like in the flashback, she says both lines on camera. So it's like, I don't know.
so they
It's bad editing. Yeah.
so they did the thing in Glass Onion, where they just pop the character in afterwards instead of just showing it in the previous scene to just lie to us.
Yeah. So the scene cuts to Paradox sneaking away to receive a call from Pyro in the void
What
at,
the
at the
fuck?
diner where the duo
Great-
was earlier.
great
So,
cell reception there, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah, you could just call somebody from the void. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, how does that work? Do you have TV technology that can do that, and we do not know about it? Because somehow this is never a thing in Loki.
Mhm.
They pruned some cell towers.
Or it's like a TVA device. But like even then, it's like, wow.
What?
How did Pyro get this anyway?
Fuck. I mean, I guess
I
Paradox
guess he gave it to him.
Why does he give it to him?
Honestly, I don't even know why Pyro is so important. That was the
No.
thing that I was thinking about the entire time. Is like, why is Pyro the guy that they made the main henchman mutant? I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just I found that weird.
And why did Paradox care about the Void? They're just trash. In that,
I don't know.
yeah.
So that's kind of what they're calling about. It's like, did Alioth kill the duo? It's like, no. Cassandra wanted to play with them herself. And Paradox says if those guys found the others, Pyro said no, which had Paradox relieved. Then Pyro says he found the duos. They found the duo themselves, which is like got Paradox to call this a bait and switch. That's what I wanted to mention. This movie's a bait and switch, and if you think about it.
Hey, but this is movie, and this is supposed to be a Void that can control multiverses. What the fuck did he expect them to just find the trio instead of anyone else? What if they found a bunch of Lokis that can mind control Alioth? Because that happens in season 1, episode 5, Loki.
So my only thing about Mr. Sinister is like I just don't really like. My problem is like everything happening in the void, and then I mean Cassandra Cain is not Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Nova is not accurate at all from her comic interpretations. It's like, but everything is like pretty much happening in the void. I would like Mr. Sinister to be somewhere in the real world so that we don't touch the void, but that's just something that you're kind of forced your hand into because this is what they wanted to do with the story.
To be honest, they might as well just get Magneto again.
This may be a little late, but I noticed in the CN Tower from Toronto, there was one of those things appeared in the background in the void early in the movie. In short, Toronto was sent to the void. I don't know. I mean, the void is pretty much Earth at this point.
Yeah. It's
Earth with like comic accurate things in the trash, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, so Pyro says that Cassandra can deal with them with no issue. Paradox says that Cassandra's a lunatic wild card.
Oh
and
shit!
asks, like, why do you think they sent her there in the first place?
Oh fuck! Wait, didn't you said there's a line beforehand? It's like when they met Johnny, it's like there's like, oh, we didn't meet anyone for a few years.
I remember Johnny saying he's been in here for a few years. I don't know if like they haven't met a resistance member It's tough to say.
Yeah, so it's like I just want to clarify because if that's because from what he said, it's like there should be a lot more people dropping from the void at that point. And
Well, that's kind of the problem. It's like this is an infinite void, and you're telling me that there's only 7 people
yeah,
against Cassandra.
and he just gotta expect them to drop in this exact position. That they're gonna meet up with Cassandra instead of anywhere else.
And yeah, like, I mean, at least I didn't do anything stupid. Like, let's bring in Silver Surfer. How the fuck did the TVA bring Silver Surfer into the void? Don't know.
Don't worry, they refuse to answer it because if they
At least they
answer
didn't
it,
do that so far. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, TVA is just playing as gods, and that's annoying too. But yeah. So yeah, he says that Paradox says like, why do you think we put Cassandra in the void in the first place? At least he's very thankful that she never decided to leave the void. It's foreshadowing. Paradox says that the Ripper is only hours away from completion and that he cannot take any chances. Pyro said that he can get rid of Cassandra for a price. Paradox agrees and hangs up.
I'm just gonna ask because this is supposed to be the TV. Can't you just time travel forward a few hours later to just use the machine right there? Yeah, you have the time pad that can time travel. Just time travel yourself forward and to just at the point that you finish making the machine, just activate it.
I'm not sure how that works.
Don't worry, neither does the show or the movie. But that's what they established. They literally have a machine that can time travel. So I just asked, try to just go forward and just time travel and just like make it work because they kind of did that in season 2, episode 3 of Loki. They're like, fuck that, this place hasn't been made yet. Oh well, let's just flip forward and just go to the place that it's made.
Yeah. So the others. So now, again, like you just have to accept that the TVA can call somebody in the end of time on a cell phone.
And also expect them to just forget they have time machines.
Yeah, the others are driving back to Cassandra's headquarters. Blade gets to the roof of the car with the Punisher's rocket launcher. So the only Punisher that I know that has a rocket launcher was the Ray Stevenson one in 2008. Could be that one.
But
And they said that the Punisher died already, so it could still be him, theoretically.
It's weird but they also put the Russian there, so it's like maybe it's also Thomas Jane one.
No, Thomas Jane's Russian. He killed him.
Oh yeah, I mean
they could just make up a Russian for Ray Stevenson.
Weird,
maybe.
because that I think what the Russian wear is similar to what the Thomas Jane Russian wear.
That's like the comic accurate design,
Yeah.
to be fair. So I guess they could just do that again.
But yeah, it's like they keep being fake about it. It's like I just gotta look it up. So Russian.
It's a different actor entirely. So.
But to be fair, they also recast a lot of people in this universe.
Yeah, the Void has a lot of recasts, despite their designs.
Yeah.
My headcanon is just I think it's Ray Stevenson and his Russian, if I were to guess.
Yeah, I just guess it's Thomas Jane.
Because Jigsaw died as well.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But yeah, and then
they didn't confirm it. But to be honest, they intentionally didn't confirm it. Maybe Ryan Reynolds will confirm it a few days later.
Yeah, actually, we kind of talked about this earlier. John Bernthal did have a Russian in season 2. And he does kill him as well.
That's the thing. He doesn't wear the same as this Russian, but
yeah, but the Russian costume is like comic accurate. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, Deadpool asks which Punisher because there's like 5 of them, which is not correct. There's only 4.
4.
Yeah, but the reason why that's brought up is because Blade has to say the line that there is only one Blade and that there's only going to be one Blade.
First off, okay, let's just break it down.
this is the MCU product. They have the power to edit their own movies.
Oh my god. So there's two blades. Because it's clear they want to be more meta about it. So it's like if you want to be meta, there's two blades already. Before the Mahalali, there's a one play in the Spike show. It takes place right after the movies. Remember, I'm not kidding. There's it's a total of 13 episodes made by David S. Goyer, the person who wrote all three Blade movies and directed Blade Trinity.
So the to be fair part is that it is the same Blade. It's just played by a different actor.
But
So
yeah,
he is technically still talking about himself as the one Blade. Which, if you were to take out Sticky Fingers, then yeah, I guess.
yeah, because
But that still isn't true because of MCU Blade is on the way. Or maybe not. Who knows? That movie doesn't seem to be coming out anytime soon.
yeah, it's like if they're gonna get the reference correctly, it's like get it right. It's like, oh, there's only one kind of Blade in this universe or something.
So I guess like the other thing is like Deadpool looks at the camera right when Blade says that. So clearly it was meant to be. Yeah, that's not right, but what can you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Blade has been starting production since like 2019. Yeah, it's 5 years, still going strong.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Blade fires the RPG and the others drive into the base. All
I-
guns are pointed above and the mutant scraps are standing in preparation
do
as the heroes get out the car to pose for the camera in slow
What a-
motion.
what a great plan. Their plan is basically just bomb the front door and fight their way in.
Yeah, it's a 6-on-50 fight.
Serious? What the fuck? What the fuck are they thinking? They could literally just use stealth or something because Deadpool stealthing try to sneak inside Cassandra when it's nighttime. It's like or anything or fuck it. Electra is an assassin. Blade used to work in the shadows. They could just use the stealth thing. Because that's
Yeah,
what
but
they usually
I guess
do.
they're all like regens at this point. Guns a blazing. You can do whatever you want. That's pretty much what happens. Yeah, all this like slow mo, all this like things, but it's okay because Deadpool says like, let's get back out there. Let's do everything. The slow motion, the high music. So yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Yeah,
Yes.
and Gambit has more meta lines saying how he's been waiting for this for a long time and he's looking to make a name for himself.
Oh no! If
Very
yeah.
funny.
And no one tried to shoot them, by the way. Even though
No,
they just bombed the front door.
they all get to talk. Blade says that he'll make sure that they get Juggernaut's helmet, and then Elektra says that, and they will make sure that they get the ending that they deserved. So it's
Wait.
like again, I don't understand what this like whole meta commentary is for.
I mean, and by the way, if she's willing to burn the Magneto helmet, why don't you just burn the Juggernaut helmet?
Because the Juggernaut works for her, I guess.
So the fucking, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like we need to get the ending that we deserve.
By the way,
mean?
Electra can't regenerate, so it's like she just basically just walk in, just if a single bullet can kill her.
She can heal herself.
No, she can't. If someone can heal her, no, she can't heal herself. That's a problem.
She's protected by plot armor.
Yeah, if only it's like so that's why I just say that they should be using stealth because that's what those characters are good at. Blade is good at that. Electra is good at that. Even Deadpool knows how to do that.
Yeah. Again, I don't know why Elektra's so hell bent on like trying to prove herself as a hero to metaphorical people that don't exist. It's like making an argument to an audience that is not arguing against you, but you want to make the argument anyways, just to talk about it. But yeah,
Straw man.
the straw man, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Laura wears
Someone
this.
said
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, it's just because it's just all meta. Story be damned.
Yeah. And then Laura wears the same sunglasses as in Logan. So that's my question is like, why is everything similar to the original Laura if this is meant to be a variant or not? We still don't know.
To be honest, I think Ryan Reynolds in a few days will just say like, "Oh, this is the real Laura."
Yeah, but then it's like, how does she end up in the void? She never answers that question, so we don't know.
I
That's
don't know.
this is the annoying thing about her in general. And then all the mutant extras just stand around this entire time while all these things are happening. While the heroes, take the time to pose for the camera and all that stuff.
And then
One of my comments like I made myself was like I was really annoyed how Deadpool stands in the back of this group when it's meant to be his movie, but yeah. That's kind of my problem with Deadpool in general in this movie. Like I really don't feel like he learned anything. I don't feel like he did anything, but we're gonna get to that towards the end. But yeah, this is a 6-on-50 fight. None of the heroes die.
but those people killed Daredevil, Punisher, Quicksilver, Magneto, and Johnny Storm.
They're not gonna die.
I love my life.
And for some reason, Cassandra doesn't just flay them like Johnny.
Ooh, I'm gonna make a name for myself.
Yay!
Yeah, so pretty much the fight goes on until
Oh wait, Wolverine appears.
Wolverine appears, and like now this changes everything.
What?
Sure.
Okay, what? Yeah, what does he need to sneak in the back of the car? Just go to them and just like, yeah, I want to join the team.
They need
Right before-
badass music when he comes out of the car. They need that dramatic effect. I don't know why they all got out of the car at the same time. Why did Logan decide to get out so dramatically? I don't understand.
Oh no! Of course, like powers be damned. Elektra can't just see the future. Oh well, that's a shame.
The fight scene goes on until Deadpool and Logan head inside the Ant-Man skull. The other four, the remaining four, decide to continue to fight on versus the 50. Blade says some motherfuckers are still trying to skate uphill.
I get it.
Ah.
But you only said that in the first Blade movie. You only said that right after you defeated the main villain.
The MCU is like trying to skate uphill.
Yeah, yeah. In context, this movie, you're doing it in the middle of a fight. You haven't won yet. You don't have a right to say that line.
It is a weird line in general, but that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cassandra inside the helmet. She's like, I was fine with the duo escaping, but coming back willingly is silly. Deadpool says that he just wants to go home, to which Cassandra says that's not on the menu. The options are either death or enslavement. So she uses telekinesis to knock Deadpool unconscious. Cassandra's more interested in letting Wolverine talk, which again is kind of my commentary too, is like Deadpool does not have that much connection to the villain of his movie. Doesn't really make sense to me.
Neither does any of them.
Care about Wolverine. So yeah, she uses the telekinesis to pin Logan on the ground. Outside, Blade kills Toad. Gambit kills the Russian. Laura kills Juggernaut by slicing off his ankles and then decapitating him.
But that was easy. I didn't remember Juggernaut being this much of a pussy in the movies.
Yeah, it's like I don't think he seemed to be powered by Sidorak like in the comics, but it's just kind of funny.
No, this one, the last stand one's a mutant.
Like pure.
They make that clear. Yeah, they make that clear because do you remember the kid in X-Men Last Stand who like if he's near a mutant, they'll be depowered.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how Kitty beats Juggernaut in the end. So yeah, that one's a mutant.
Yeah. And it was just a little funny to me because in Thor 4 they actually confirmed Sidorak does exist in the MCU.
That's true. No, not here.
Yeah.
What happened to the other Juggernaut in Deadpool 2?
Well, to be honest, they intend that to be a different continuity, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, they should have that. They should have that Juggernaut. That would be funny.
That's a better Juggernaut as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna rip your hat down.
Yeah. And it's like that. He's also played by a really funny actor, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cassandra says that Wolverine is an interesting mutant because he's surrounded by all the yapping Deadpools. So she says that Deadpools are a dime a dozen in the void, but Wolverine is more interesting because there's only one of them here.
Somehow.
And she wants to see what is going on in his head. So she probes in Logan's mind, and the first thing you see are flashbacks to Foxverse Logan.
I was at this point. I was like, dude, is this supposed to be a clean slate or not? Or is this supposed to be the one who lived through the entire Fox X-Men?
See, the only shot that I can accept as being fine is the X-Men Origins Wolverine where he gets out of the tank. Every other shot is like, no, I can't buy that at all. I could even take the X2 like that flashback where his hands are like bleeding. I could accept that. But like everything from Logan with the beard and all that stuff, no, you can't use that at all.
And if you just tell me that, I was like, oh, this is the X2, so it's like live through the entire Fox first. I was like, oh fuck. So you know how powerful Jean Grey, Cyclops, Rogue, Storm is. So how did they got killed by humans? And wait, isn't this universe
They're
supposed
the worst
to?
X-Men in the universe.
Pretty smart
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah, and isn't this supposed to be a universe of the Avengers? You literally said fuck the Avengers.
Well, fuck the Avengers.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is this supposed to? Do you know there's a Avengers there? Fuck, I don't know the Avengers live in your X-Men universe, and they didn't do anything during Logan.
Nope. Wade does not learn about Logan's backstory. He's
No.
unconscious when he's unconscious, but then again, Cassandra's like seeing it in his head, like not saying it out loud. And then yeah, he tells the story to Cassandra and to Laura, but not to Deadpool. And I just find that kind of weird.
Yeah. So
in terms of storytelling. But yeah.
Yeah. So it's weird because, and also if this flashback was like, oh, this is supposed to be a clean slate. Wait, seriously? Is this supposed you? And then you're telling me, oh, he also has the memories of the Fox Logan, I was like, is this supposed to be a clean slate or not? Because if he's really the Logan from who lived through all those events, we gotta have a lot of problems. Well, if I'm gonna reference what happens in Last Stand, the Wolverine, Logan, all those movies, that tells the opposite of how Wolverine should act.
Yeah, that's the problem. Honestly, the thing is, like, he's a clean slate for all of the movie. It's just this is the one scene where it's not. He shows like visions from the Foxverse, which is literally impossible. Unless Cassandra knows these memories, then how does Cassandra know that?
Yeah, she literally said, "I never met a Wolverine before."
That too.
So it's like, okay, and so basically what they did is like, oh, you did not know, is this supposed to be a clean slate or is this supposed to be a Fox Logan? You literally just show me that.
Yeah. So Cassandra is interested in Logan's mind. It's not what she expected. She learns that Logan is hiding himself from others and the ones that he let down with all of his pain in his heart. And then Logan explains that he walked away. He said that the X-Men did call after him, but he walked away. He always did. And then Cassandra said, I'm sure he did something else as well. Logan says that he started killing and he couldn't stop, but he didn't want to stop either. He also mentioned that he didn't only kill bad guys. He says that, he turned the whole world against the X-Men and that he would like for once to be not be the man that Charles thought he was. So this is why he is the worst Logan in the multiverse, because instead of killing only bad guys, he kept killing good people too.
So so is this supposed to be worse than the Logan who joined Thanos to kill the universe?
Join Hitler.
Join Apocalypse. Join Magneto. Join the film from First Class. What's it called? Tim
No,
Shaw.
honestly, like I'm sorry, man. It's like if the worst Logan and the only thing you can say is like, oh, he was killing, but he kept killing until he killed somebody good. But he didn't want to stop either, so that's what makes him bad. This is a
Yeah.
universe where Avengers kill people. Like, I'm sorry. This would be fine if this is like a. It could be at least tolerable if like we don't have a superhero universe where everybody kills except for Spider-Man, but that's just not the case in the MCU. Everybody kills, so Wolverine killing is not that crazy.
And he said, "I kill innocent people." I was thinking, didn't you do that in the X-Men Origins? You kill your father as a kid.
He was a prick, to be fair.
It's so confusing because I just keep remembering stuff. Like I think you killed innocent people before. I just don't remember when. But to be fair, I did not want to go through like Origins again. And I haven't seen Wolverine for a while.
Yeah, I usually remember him killing bad guys.
Hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, Cassandra's like, the Void can allow Logan to be whoever he wants to be. Logan says that he just wants to be free. Cassandra says that she can help him be free and silence the voices in his head. She says that she's got Logan, but he's like, "No, I got you." And that's when the Juggernaut helmet gets on her head.
Yeah, because Laura just throws the helmet right before Psylocke catches her.
Like she was already up on the eye, but like then she like pins like the leg, pulls her down. Then Laura throws the bag while she's falling. It's just strong enough to get to Wade's hand, but yeah, and Wade, who just woke up now.
Yeah,
A lot of good timing. A lot of good timing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Deadpool puts the Juggernaut helmet on Cassandra's head to nullify the psychic powers. Deadpool tells her to send him home or she will snap her neck. Cassandra laughs because she can't send them home until they remove the helmet off her head. But if they remove the helmet, she will immediately kill them. So one of them is going to have to kill the other.
Wait, but your how the way you can send them home is not related to you having the psychic powers.
To be fair, she's doesn't have to say that because like she wants to kill them.
Oh,
So that's kind of fair to me, at least, not to reveal that. But yeah. So this is where Deadpool is saying, he's asking Wolverine, like, should I kill her? Now that she's in his grasp.
No.
Logan's like, no, I'll do this.
What Deadpool say that his motivation is to try to save the universe, and you literally just try to kill your only way out.
What? That's the question. Like, should I? Like,
what's like?
That's like it's a morality question.
But this is not a morality question. I was like, should I kill her? I was like, no, of course not. If you kill her, you literally sacrifice your chance to save the multiverse.
But then she won't. She also won't get him out of there.
Yeah, it's a lot of
prompt of like, if you remove the helmet, then I will definitely kill you too.
I mean, I believe that if Deadpool just like beat the fuck out of her, just to like, okay, bring me home. I want to save my friends, instead of just like, oh, should I kill her? Okay, that's a weak response. I do not even believe that response from Deadpool. He's a lot more torturous in the previous movies.
I don't think it's the worst thing, only because because it's only a question. It's not like he's going to do it. But then like Logan is saying like, he'll do it. Deadpool says like, it's not that difficult. Logan says you're gonna mess it up. And then Deadpool's joke is, look at Logan, Mr. PG-13, except for the last one.
Yeah, you're okay, for fuck's sake, because I'm not. I was like, why do I have to keep referencing both movies? Because Deadpool is never jokey whenever there's like when they're facing something this personal or something this deadly. No matter what's like when it comes to the Ed Skrein from the first Deadpool movie, he's like really serious. It was like even when he's dying. In the second movie, when he's fighting try to save Firefist and try to kill like the other characters, like the science guys, Cable. He's not even
Bill
that.
Nye?
Yeah, fuck. He's like the master. Someone they literally just call the master of the principle or something. It's like he's never that joking because the previous movies know when to get serious when they're facing the villains. When shit goes down, he stops cracking jokes.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
always say like for most of it, he was serious in this encounter, and then the last thing was that's like the last thing he says, which ends with a joke. But then that's where Pyro shoots bullets into Cassandra during the argument.
Pyro
And
can shoots bullets.
Pyro just has a gun. The fire mutant is just. Yeah. So he didn't really use his powers. Really, all he did is just absorb Johnny's flame. That's like the only fire he does. Then he fires a gun. So creative.
Mhm.
Then yeah, Pyro starts to monologue about how the duo have no idea what it was like day after day taking orders from Cassandra to fetch new Void members. Then Logan knocks Pyro out because he was walking closer and closer to Wolverine
For some
while he was
reason.
monologuing. And then Logan says to an unconscious Pyro that not everybody deserves a speech. Which honestly, thank you.
Thank you. But
I did not want to hear that speech either.
unfortunately, he's so stupid. He literally walks in front of Logan.
Yeah. Pyro's always been an idiot, to be fair. I'm not sure if it's clear what would push Logan so hard into killing innocent people.
To be fair, if I go for other movies, he's not this much of an idiot.
Who,
He's just
Pyro? Or
yeah,
Wolverine?
Pyro. He's like, oh, I'm gonna walk in front of my enemy, even though there's a big chance they'll kill me. It was like, I mean, your hard head, you're cocky, but it's like, are you gonna believe that you gotta walk in front of Wolverine who can just stab you in the head, and not even you're not even on guard about it. You just sucker punch him.
Yeah. He doesn't deserve a fucking speech. Yeah, so Logan tells Wade that Cassandra's going to die if they don't remove the helmet. Deadpool asks if he takes the helmet off, will she promise not to kill them? She says that she promises that the first thing she will do is kill them. Then Deadpool asks her, why is she like this? Cassandra says she wishes that she knew. I'm sorry. Now you're trying to do a. I wish I knew why I was evil, but I'm super evil for some reason. Fuck off.
Do you remember in the first Deadpool movie when Ed Skrein was like, dude, I could not heal you, and Deadpool was like, why the fuck did you just waste your only chance to keep yourself alive? It's like he didn't do it here. It was like, wait, why do you tell me that? Why do you even say that? We can literally save you. It's like, here's the thing. Why didn't she just lie?
Because she needs. So this is the problem. It's like because it will prompt Logan to be the hero. Because this is a Wolverine movie, not a Deadpool movie, where Logan insists Deadpool to take the helmet off. Wolverine tells Deadpool that he wears the suit. That means a lot of things, but most of all, it means he is an X-Man. He tells Cassandra that he knew her brother, and even though he wants to kill her so fucking badly, he knows that he would not let Xavier would not let him stand there and let her die. He says that he's removing the helmet on her head for Charles.
Didn't you kill all the other X-Men downstairs?
I guess the Brotherhood of Mutants, to be fair.
Okay, fuck it. Even though this is even more Hitler than anyone else downstairs. It's like it's like Last of Us Part 2. It's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna kill everyone. It's like, but Abby, no, I'm not gonna kill her. I'm just gonna let her go. Even though there's a bigger chance she's gonna kill me.
Yeah. Once Cassandra heals with the helmet off her head, she makes a gesture to Deadpool as if she's going to kill him. He says, "Don't do me like Johnny." Funny. But then she looks back at Wolverine. She says that she knows that her brother loved Logan. Logan said that Charles loved all mutants. Cassandra said that must be nice. Logan says that Charles would have loved Cassandra too if he knew about her. He believes that if Xavier knew about his sister, he would have torn a hole in the universe to bring her home.
But didn't Cassandra said he killed some Professor X
Xavier's,
before?
yeah, she did. But she's saying, I guess Logan is saying if his universe Charles knew about her, he would have tore a hole in the universe. But then again, it's like at the same time, it's like you're speaking about Charles Xavier. You don't know what he's gonna do if
He's
he
got-
knew about his sister.
Yeah, she's gonna fucking kill her. Just saying. No, she's gonna lock her up, just like to Magneto.
So here's the thing. So Cassandra actually does want to see her Charles Xavier at one point. Like she does want to see but it has to be her Xavier, not anybody other Xavier, any other variant Xavier. But like again, it's like you're putting an argument on something that you can't really support your claim to. That's kind of the problem.
Especially the same person that I killed Xavier's before. It's like, what are you supposed to do with that? I was like, my Xavier's not gonna beat my Xavier's gonna save you. It was like, she can easily say, well, I killed some Xavier's before, and they all try to save me. Lol.
Also, the TVA sent her before she could walk, so it's like if Xavier took her out, they'd get her back. I mean, she's dangerous, sure.
I mean,
but they would still go after Nova. So I
mean,
don't know.
It's like there's a missing backstory. It's like, actually, and there's a Xavier who actually saved me in the void, and she was like, but he died. I killed him in order to gain power to control the mutants because he's gonna turn himself and he's gonna kill or something. He's gonna kill himself or something. It's like, and then it's like there should be this kind of backstory. So when Wolverine brought that up, he was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I understand." But no, now it's like, yeah, whatever. Here's the thing: it's like Cassandra's motivation just flipped in this scene.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing he says is like Charles would have brought you home. Cassandra insists that the void is her home, and then Logan is like, then at least let the duo save Wade's home. So again, something that just annoys me in terms of like a movie telling is like, this is a Deadpool movie, but yet Logan is the negotiator, the mediator, the one that gets everything done. Wade is just standing there, not really playing a factor in any of this. I just find that really annoying if you're watching a Deadpool trilogy and you see how much like Logan has a priority in this film about being the actual hero in the situation. And I don't know if it's because they wanted to redeem this Logan because he was called as the worst Logan in the universe, in the multiverse. So it's like, I don't know. I still feel like it just sacrifices so much on Deadpool's characterization because he doesn't really have anything except for the first act.
And they even ruined that, and that is from character assassination.
So this is where Cassandra mentions that she met an amateur magician in the void a while back. She killed him, wore his skin for 4 days, but she found a sling ring on his fingers. So Deadpool says Strange, but we don't know if the amateur magician she was referring to was Doctor Strange or somebody else. That was just meta to be meta. I don't know for sure. But on the sling ring, you can see that there are 2 Infinity Stones, a Time Stone and a Reality Stone.
Fuck. Oh wait, so are you saying Doctor Strange, Kamataj, the Asian one who possesses sling rings and the time stone the entire time, then realized there's a chance they could use it to teleport to the end of time, which is even further than the multiverse, the TVA, that whatever the fuck the Watcher is in. They could just teleport to the end of time to meet Kang. Then they didn't realize that's a thing the entire time.
So the only thing I can say is that the multiverse did not open until Loki season 1.
Here's the thing. In Multiverse of Madness, they literally have a book that said, we know there's a thing between the universes, between the multiverses, there's a bulk in the gap junction that all strangers uses to destroy any foe in Multiverse of Madness. What the fuck is that supposed to be here? Like, am I supposed to?
Yes.
Yeah. So they literally have records about.
So here's the thing, Sty. The thing that they mentioned in Doctor Strange 1, that's not multiverse. I think Puggy mentioned that before. It's just a mistake on the film writing in general. They're actually traveling through dimensions. Dimensions are fine. The multiverse, like, that is something that, the Ancient One says for sure, but like, it's still sealed off in terms of the multiverse. The multiverse itself doesn't open until Loki. So yeah, it's just a contradiction from Doctor Strange 1 originally. But yeah.
It's so weird because if you remember, it's like, oh fuck, the Multiverse of Madness, you have a book that records something beyond the multiverse. I was like, shit, this is supposed to be something that can be recorded. It's like, dude, you literally have a sling ring that can travel across the end of time.
Also, the other thing too with this one is, like, she said the first thing Cassandra did was kill the sorcerer and war with skin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing.
Why was he allowed to keep the sling ring? I think that's the bigger question. Why have the sling ring if you were sent here by the TVA? This is kind of the annoying thing about too. It's like some of these gadgets are pretty valuable, man, and especially this sling ring having the time stone and the reality stone on it. God, that's very lucky. Now this thing, and plus I don't even understand. You can have the time stone and the reality stone together, and that's what allows you to travel through the multiverse. So I guess like America Chavez is not that special.
Don't worry about it. This movie cracks multiverse travel with just Yukio and Nagasaki Teenage Warhead. Direct contact.
Okay, so this.
Oh shit.
People say comics are crazy, but comics are not this crazy, man. That's a long discussion for another day. Well, yeah, it's like I don't know. I think it's just because like everything needs to be multiversal now. It's like we need to up the stakes for everything and everything like that. But like I don't know. It's so ridiculous how you can find like something asinine to talk about, and it's just not the craziest thing because there's something else crazier out there. Yeah. And this is kind of why I keep trying to say like this is probably worse than Multiverse of Madness because it's doing a lot more. At least like Multiverse of Madness has like some kind of cohesion with its story. This is like all over the place.
No, yeah, it's like, and just like, okay, this is another rule that broke the entire thing. There's a sling ring with 2 stones. Traveled at the end of time. Holy shit. And what's worse, do you remember like What If Season 2? Fuck. Strange Supreme has the sling ring thing. And
he also gets the Infinity Stones as well.
Yeah, so his plan is to kidnap across the universe just one by one. Here's a being that is strong enough to steal people. I'm gonna use it to steal some more people. I was sitting here just going, what the fuck? Just try. After this movie, I was just like, dude, just travel to the end of time, just kidnap a bunch of Lokis or a bunch of super mutants.
This is the kind of thing that causes incursions. That's the thing that causes incursions. That's what I don't understand. Like the more you keep doing these kinds of things, like things that actually causes incursions, and you say that, oh, this is fine. It's not supposed to be fine. Or like having the Infinity Stones work in no matter what time or dimension it's from or multiverse it's from.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like these like powerful devices exist in comics, yes, but they had rules to them. That's so that you don't like go over the limit and like spam it. And now
Fuck
you
it.
can just like literally do it anytime, and there's no consequences to those actions.
Fuck it. Strange Shopping could just teleport to the TVA, just like, I'm gonna steal reset charge and gonna reset my entire universe. Technically, you can just do that. Yes, you literally have the combo of the sling ring and the stones. You don't even need to do the because build this machine and gonna steal people one by one. Now you just contradicted the show no one cares about. But to be fair, they did that to a lot of movies.
Yeah. Yeah, so Cassandra opens a portal to send Deadpool and Wolverine home as a thanks for letting her live. But to make things interesting, you only have 4 seconds to get inside before Eliath comes to eat them.
Oh, so those
Timing.
people, so those 4 people are gonna the 4 people on his team for like Electra, Blade, Channing Tatum, Gambit, and X-23 are dead, right?
Nope.
They're gonna run to the portal to escape, right?
No.
They are they at least feel scared when it comes to the alive that's gonna kill them arrive, right?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, so lots of slow motion. But first, here's the thing. You have to accept that sling rings can actually travel across the multiverse and not through dimensions like the first Doctor Strange movies mistakenly identified.
Not just multiverse, beyond this dimension, beyond the multiverse. That's the character.
Yeah,
play.
Jax, that's what happens. Unity was doing a bit with me. Yeah, they are alive by the end of the movie, all of them. And then this is something I do want to comment during the big slow motion going on as the duo run for the portal. In the montage, Blade is stabbed in the back. Elektra takes a slash to the leg. Laura and Gambit are tackled to the ground. But it still ends with the others looking up in satisfaction as the duo makes it inside the portal before Eliath can eat them.
Yeah, and for those 4 people somehow beat like 50 X-Men.
Yeah, they beat 50 mutants and so there was
Eliath didn't beat them?
Nope.
You know, the person who can teleport, yeah, that you didn't beat them.
I feel like the thing is like I think it's just like if you're inside Ant-Man's corpse, you're just safe. That just seems to be the case.
For some reason.
But why? I don't know why.
No, I mean, at least they could play with that. It was like, oh, they have pin particles. They could just shrink the fortress. You know, that's the easiest shit they can pull off. But no, it's like they didn't even try. They're just like, oh yeah, I'm inside. Actually, no, they're standing outside the area. They're not even inside the building. So that makes it even worse.
Yeah, no, but they're fine.
Yeah, and by the way, how did I just realized how did Cassandra control Eliath?
I think it's just timing is convenient every time. I don't think she's actually controlling it.
Why did she build a fortress right there?
It protects her, clearly. She never gets eaten by Eliath. Yeah. There was a question that somebody had before. It's like, how did Blade survive that stab to the back of that chest? He can survive that.
Yeah, I mean,
he can take stakes to the heart, and he's fine. He's a half vampire.
I mean, the most ridiculous is Elektra, if anything.
But Elektra only gets slashed in the leg for that reason.
Yeah.
But she survived all these guns firing around.
If only she can see the future and notice that, oh, there's a portal going there. Let's run to the portal right now. Here's the thing.
No, she's just worried. She just wants her legacy to be proven right. That's it. That's all she cares about.
Oh, but no one's gonna care about. No one's gonna know that if you're dead.
Wade's got it. If anybody's got us, Wade's got us.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Well, fuck it.
Yeah, so Wade and Logan land back in Deadpool's universe on top of a car that Peter was selling.
And this is where I was like, oh, so the movie's about to be over soon, right? That was the climax, right? No?
There's still 20 minutes left.
somehow.
Yeah, that was something that annoyed me as well. It's like the movie's over now. I didn't really feel like anything happened.
To be
No, but
honest,
there's 20 minutes left.
I don't
And
understand why.
I didn't see the Deadpool core yet. They were in the trailer a lot, so they must be somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, the kids recognize Deadpool and Wolverine. Wade
No,
says, "Huh?
no, they fall off from the sky and meet Peter
Yeah, they-
first. Out
yeah,
of
yeah.
every.
That's what I. Yeah, I mentioned that.
Yeah. So my
They
my
fell and
question,
landed on the car that Peter was selling at the moment.
my question is, how did Cassandra know that which universe they're in?
I guess she probed
I
Deadpool's
guess from the
brain.
finger in their heads.
That's all I can really say.
Yeah, but
Because
like,
Paradox did say you're from Earth 10,005. That's the only leeway I have.
I guess. I mean,
How
that's
does
the
Cassandra know how to use the thing, the sling ring?
no, you can't.
That I don't know about that.
Because you need to be magical in order to use the sling ring.
Magic runs in her family or whatever.
Yeah.
And they also have America Chavez using the sling ring and mom. So pretty much anybody can do it now.
To be fair, I think they kind of vaguely established she's magical because Doctor Strange can suck the magic out of her. So it's like, I guess.
Yeah, but Blade killed Azazel, so it's okay. And because Blade is played by an extra, I mean Azazel is played by an extra, not like a professional actor.
Yeah, and
so he doesn't have his brain.
oh right, I forgot about that. How the fuck did he get that thing back? Like seriously, if you go by Blade Trinity or Blade the series,
Oh, you
he
wanted to
lost.
mention that, right?
Yep, he didn't have the weapons. He lost all the weapons because he got arrested. Because in Blade Trinity, he got arrested at the end. In Blade the series, his entire compound got blown up, and he literally said, "I only got 2 guns and a blade." It's like,
Yeah,
what
it's just iconography. That spiral blade is like super iconic. Just keep it. Nobody will notice.
Yeah. Luckily, we're
They
not.
said we wouldn't notice, but we did.
But we did.
Yeah, we were. I'm so mad.
Yeah, so basically the kids recognize Deadpool and Wolverine. Wade says that Fox killed him, but then Disney brought him back so that he can keep doing this until he was 90. Funny.
That was so meta, but at the same time, it might be true.
So yeah, Peter says that he will clock Wade out, and Wade says he will quit his job forever. So yeah, it's a little mini arc for those two.
Well, that was fast, but oh well.
Yeah, so Pyro wakes back up in the void. Cassandra demands him to tell her why he betrayed her.
Fuck it.
She was about to finger his brain, and he's like, "Oh, don't do that. Why can't you just ask?"
Or I was like, dude, what the fuck do you wait for him to wake up first? Just finger his brain when he's unconscious.
Maybe he has to be conscious to do it. Maybe, I don't know.
Is that how it works?
I don't know. It's just like that's all I can say. But yeah, Pyro says that a TVA agent, Paradox, said that he can get him out of this void. Cassandra says that the TVA and her had an agreement, but Pyro says that Paradox doesn't care. Then it cuts back to Earth 10,005.
So they run. So
Paradox, huh?
So do you remember where is the Paradox location? Where did they locate the place?
In a subway, which happens to be near Deadpool's apartment.
Fuck yeah, the odds of that shit. Wow. It could be anywhere in the universe. It so happens to be next to Wade's apartment. You got to be kidding me.
No. And see, they did on purpose because they were watching Wade or whatever.
Fuck it. Anytime they have to watch a person, they gotta move the entire all the equipments to this, to just to the subway.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Paradox has a Time Ripper ready to help destroy Wade's universe faster. The TVA base. The TVA base of operations is in Wade's universe. Is like an abandoned subway right next to Wade's apartment. Super, super convenient.
Yep. Why did they have? Why did they even need that? Why don't they just put it in the TVA, which is infinite, by the way?
Because
Okay, I'll accept that.
Mhm.
Do you want to continue?
Yeah. So Paradox is mad as nobody should be able to get out of the void. Logan give that thanks to Cassandra Nova. Just as he says that, the portal opens. Pyro steps out saying that we've got a problem. Then Pyro's killed by Cassandra. Then she says that she knows Paradox tried to kill her, and she probes his mind. She learns about the Time Ripper, and she wants to use it to destroy all timelines so that only the void can exist. Then she uses her telekinesis to knock Deadpool and Wolverine back into the Rob Leftfield stored.
Why does she want to kill all the multiverse?
She wants the void to be alone.
But you will not have anyone to bring in the multiverse if you want to rule the void.
but I don't know.
I mean, if that's the case, why don't you just kill the TVA?
Well,
Yeah,
I guess she will when she destroys everything that's not the void. Maybe.
I don't. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's just believe that.
So this is a nitpick, but every time Deadpool tells me you're going to do this until you're 90, he should think and respond, what the fuck do you mean? I'm over 200, you dumb fuck.
Oh yeah, because Hugh Jackman is not 4/4. Because Wolverine is not 4/4 breaker, so only Deadpool is. So yeah, Wolverine should be confused as fuck when he heard that.
Maybe off screen, Deadpool told him the better.
Yeah. Remember in Deadpool 2 when he said when he just tells Cable was like, shut up, Thanos. Thanos just Cable just slammed his face. It's like, yeah, he literally responded like that. I was like, I don't know what the fuck are you talking about. And is everything all right?
Yeah, my brother's saying that it's raining. There's no umbrella out there. He has groceries. I have to go and do that. Here, I can give you some of the notes for the next part of the scene.
Sure.
For Unity to take control.
Sure. We can just come back soon.
No, you and Up can talk about it.
Sure.
I should be back by the time it's done. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm sending it to your Discord. The notes that you guys can talk about.
Okay, sure.
All right, I'll be right back.
So afterwards, okay, my first question: when Cassandra's appear in the void, why don't you just kill Deadpool and Wolverine?
When she's in the void?
No, after she leaves the void, she just flings them through a building. I was like, why don't you just kill them?
Yeah. I don't know, because of Wolfram's speech.
Maybe, but she's got to destroy the multiverse.
But she's going to kill everything everywhere all at once, you might say.
Yeah. Yeah, just kill them. But no, they just gotta. Yeah, they just. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, I gotta fling them back and just go walk through that. They're not totally not gonna stop me. Lol. Oh, so she left the time portal open. That thing from Doctor Strange is totally retcon now.
Yeah.
Yep. And so, as they're running inside, Dogpool appears.
Deadpool. I remember him.
Yay. And that's why. And that's when the Nice Pool appears.
Alright, more nice pool.
Yay. And so they have a talk, and Nice Pool is like, let's just crack a few jokes, and it's like, oh, by the way, instead of just immediately saying, it's like, oh, fuck, the Deadpool corpse are just right behind me. It's like, yeah, let's just crack a few jokes. That was funny, right?
Oh yeah, alright.
And so, a bunch of Deadpool corpse here are here. Okay, here's the thing. So how did they appear? You see,
Through a portal.
yep. But why did they appear?
Well, like I said, Cassandra sent them.
Nice. So my question is, why the fuck would a Deadpool corpse be helping Cassandra?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're on her side.
Oh.
Maybe I'll give him benefit of the doubt and say that maybe she didn't tell them she's going to destroy everything.
But no, because Deadpool. Okay, I'm gonna get to that later. But
Oh.
so let's just say the logistics.
Mhm.
So do you remember how long does it take for Deadpool Wolverine to just escape the Cassandra's mansion, go to that place, meet Nice Poo, and they literally mentioned that the Deadpools are that way.
Yeah.
Hours. Yep.
Mhm.
How long does it take at least? How long do you think that takes? Hours. I would say at least hours.
Mhm.
So, but somehow they just appear in like how long does it take for them to appear? Do you think?
The Deadpool core coming out the portal?
Yep.
Just like a few seconds.
Wow, it's like immediately for some reason.
Yeah. I
it's like,
don't know how she set that up. Like she just
this
because she's in the wait, is she at the subway at this point with
yeah, she
with
just
Paradox?
yeah, she just they just drag her through the portals for now, but that part's come later, I think. Remember, that's how the sequence of events.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the Deadpool they just teleport here immediately.
Yeah, so just somehow she's able to like place a portal for them to come through.
Yeah, and the portal just went big because it's like you can't just appear off like you can't just come to that formation if the portal is not that big. She just makes it bigger, just like that. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they appear because you see, remember Nice Poo said, "Oh, they're the Deadpools are that way. They're not nice, but I do not want to be with them." But somehow he's just a few seconds away.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how it works. But
Yeah,
you
don't
see,
question.
yeah, good question. But and then you really think about it. Cassandra doesn't even need them if she just kills Deadpool and Wolverine right away.
No, yeah. Just need to do any of that.
Yeah, literally, just kill.
Unless
Or
she's has
yeah,
fun? I don't know.
yeah, fuck it. Maybe she just want to hate those Deadpools and just want them to be dead.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what it happens. Here's a bunch of cameos. We got Lady Deadpool, played by Blake Lively. Kid,
Is she actually in the suit, or is it just the voice?
just a voice. Yeah, Blake Lively said in the interview that's like, I haven't met Ryan Reynolds for a year and a half, so it's just the voice.
Oh.
It's a body double here.
Yeah,
but Kid Pooh is played by one of Ryan Reynolds' kid, and Baby Pooh is also played by one of Ryan Reynolds' children, which is fine. Which is like, it's kind of nice if you know that behind the scenes. Yeah.
That's a neat.
Yeah. And Hapu is based on a zombie Deadpool, played by Nathan Fillion, that we established beforehand. Yep. And of course, Cowboy Pooh is played by Matthew McConaughey, which is fine. Yeah.
All right.
Don't worry.
Hey,
Welcome back. We're literally just still talking about the Deadpool corpse. We haven't even got to them killing Nice Pooh yet. Because the season is so stupid, there's a lot of problems.
And Cassandra's stupid plan.
Yeah, I literally just said, wait, what does Cassandra even need that if she just kills Deadpool Wolverine right away?
Yeah. I guess we'll just go a little bit faster. Welsh Pool is played by Paul Mullen, who is actually Ryan's partner in the ownership of the Wrexham AFC Welsh Football Club. So that's a neat cameo. Watari Ronan Pool, you can tell who that is. Deadpool 2099 with the red and blue lines design, futuristic looking design. Golden Age Deadpool, which is the one with the red gas mask. Zen Pool, the one in the black and white suit. And Harold Poole, played by Tom Holland's brother, who actually had a cameo in No Way Home, but as the kid who got the green paint on his suit. But that cameo was deleted, so so this is his first MCU role that's real.
I think Rob Liefeld also has a role in one of the Deadpools, or it got cut out as well.
Yeah,
and then there's 100 more Deadpools.
Yep.
Yeah, this Deadpool 2099. Is the name now.
Yay.
So yeah, the Deadpool tells the the portal is as big as the portals in Endgame, by the way. That was something else to comment.
Yep.
And yeah, Deadpool tells the Deadpools if they so brace yourselves. Deadpool tells the Deadpools, can we just be done with the whole multiverse thing? It's not great. It's been miss after miss after miss. The Wizard of Oz did it multiverse first, and they did the best. Marvel needs to take the L and move on.
Now, is that Wizard of Oz multiverse? Is that like one of the in the books or something, or are they just talking about because she goes to a different world?
Yeah, I think that's it.
She goes to a different world, yeah.
Because I didn't read the books or see the sequels.
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there was actually a multiverse.
Well, yeah, the big thing is let's be done with the multiverse thing. It's not great. Miss after miss after miss.
Including this movie.
This movie. Honestly, the only one that's decent, and I know it had I know people have a lot of problems with it, but looking back, it still is at this point the gold standard. At this point, No Way Home is just at least it tries. At least it does something with your characters that are not from the MCU, and at least it tries. That's the thing.
At least they succeed in characterize Toby and Andrew. Just saying.
Yeah. This Multiverse of Madness are really bad examples of what they've been doing so far.
Pretty much. And
then you hear all these news about, the new Doctor Doom and all that stuff. So yeah, they're not learning their lesson.
No.
And let's just take the L and move on. That's not going to happen.
Yep. And then
Nice Pool is I think it's been steadily great since Endgame. So yeah. And then Lady Pool is the multiverse is over already because Cowboy Pool says that Cassandra is going to destroy all the timelines. Deadpool says that if they don't stop Cassandra, everyone is going to die. Cowboy Pool says that Cassandra doesn't want any disturbance. Headpool says that if they want to get through the subway, you need to go through the Deadpool core first. Lady Deadpool pulls out her guns and starts firing, and Deadpool grabs Nice Pool and uses him as a human shield.
first thing that the Deadpool realize they gotta get killed if they are gonna stay in this multiverse.
Yeah, why the hell did Deadpool on her side?
Yeah, here's the thing. Why aren't they at that side? So it's like they're gonna get killed in multiverse. And then secondly, dude, you guys just exited the void. You're free to do anything. You don't have to listen to Cassandra.
Yeah,
You
none
don't
of
want
it really
to
makes
for
sense.
some reason.
Yeah, you just have to fucking go with it.
Oh, you also talked about his daughter played Kid Pool, his baby played Baby Pool, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is something that I wrote earlier. I'm not sure if it's true anymore. Nice Pool saying that I thought he said Nice Pool said that Lady Pool was his wife and they had a baby. So then doesn't seem to care at all that Nice Pool is shooting at him and everybody else is shooting along at him as well. Also, why the fuck do they hate Nice Pool so much?
I don't know.
I
But
can't
then
know.
yeah.
But you know, Ryan Reynolds, get this.
I could
Wait,
break the fourth wall too. The
yeah.
proposal.
And yeah,
Funny.
so yeah. Do you get to the part Deadpool just
So Logan believes that Wade did this on purpose to Nice Pool to get killed so that Nice Pool can't regenerate. So he took a lot of bullets.
Yeah.
Not
And he
good
was
yet.
like, I'm so tired, so I'm gonna stop in the middle of the way. I was like, what?
Yeah. So there's a dragged out portion where Nice Pool is talking and the bullets are just bulleting. And Deadpool's trying to he goes like halfway, still taking bullets. He's just tired. Just use your legs. I'm not gonna make it. No, you're gonna have to say it. Say it with me now. You're gonna make it. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live. And then Nice Pool takes a shotgun blast to the skull and explodes. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, that's definitely not out of character. Extremely out of character that someone actually cares about him, try to save him.
He just wants the dogs and the golden eagles. The golden desert eagles. That's it.
Hey, isn't that funny? Because he's sad. Oh, you can only get the golden desert eagles if you go over my dead body. Get it?
So now he's dead. Then Wolverine pulls. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, operation.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, now he's dead and he gets them.
Yeah. Wolverine pulls Dogpool into the air. That gets all the Deadpool Corps to stop firing. Sweet puppy, all that stuff. So yeah, Logan just walks with the dog.
And oh shit,
Everything's fine.
they're willing to not shoot a dog, but they gotta shoot Nice Pool.
Yeah.
People are worse than dogs.
Yeah, fucking sure.
Yeah, and Deadpool says that Nice Pool died as a hero, where Logan says no, he died because of murder.
Yeah.
It's
I'm a
like
Logan.
that's all right, but he's happy that he gets to have 2 Desert Eagles and Dogpool.
Yeah, that's sure. And he's like, and he
Yeah,
got
that's just part of the joke. Yeah, Wolverine gets to walk because he has the dog in his hand. Yeah.
to be fair, Logan's gonna take the bullets anyway. So I was like, but still, it's so stupid.
Yeah. So here we go. Wolverine and Deadpool walk out to prepare for battle. Wolverine's excited. He gets to kill 100 U's. So fuck yeah, I'm ready. Wolverine reaches back and pulls out the cowl over his head.
Oh my god!
Yay! They finally did it.
And then here's my comment. There is no hood on that suit, and there is no place for a hood to be pulled back.
Yeah, he
Where?
just pulls it up from nowhere.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I think the Madonna scene is definitely done. Like in terms of the slow mo and getting to that point where the mask comes on. I think that's like one of their best use of slow mos for the claps. I would say. because at least it's not like heroes walking in one at a time.
Low bar.
Low bar, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then my thing is like, okay, but like, there's clearly no room for a mask where his location is. That's the only problem.
Hmm.
And then yeah, Logan says he usually wears the mask for killing. That's cool. I guess he doesn't want to protect his secret identity.
He did a lot of killing at the Cassandra base.
Sure. But no, he's just like, I'm gonna let Cassandra live. But fuck those Deadpools. I'm gonna kill them all.
Yeah. So Logan says he usually wears. Oh yeah. And then there's like this old boy style one shot with Deadpool and Wolverine killing variants.
Well, you guys suck.
Yeah. I mean, they never show the killing of Kidpool, but to be fair, that's Ryan's daughter. They're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then there's this like all CGI Wolverine shot after they jump out of the bus, and then it's like completely bobbing like a Mortal Kombat character. But yeah,
It was an idle animation.
yeah.
Yeah.
I this is something I've commented before, and I do kind of appreciate it a little bit. It's like this is kind of like the first time where you actually see Wolverine move with a hunchback when he's doing action scenes, kind of like comic Wolverine. So I appreciate it for that reason. Because a lot of the times he does like Logan stuff, he's usually like straight posture and all that stuff, which is fine. It's just not really what I'm used to. Yeah. What else? What else do we have? All the variants get back up because they have regenerative healing. This is where Peter comes in a Deadpool costume.
Wait, what? What? It took them so long for them to just heal compared to Deadpool? Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they take longer.
Yeah. And this is like so all the Deadpools are happy because they have Peter in their universe, every single one of them. And yeah. That's how the fight ends.
That's how it ends.
Seriously?
Because they just go and hang with Peter.
And this is the kind of thing that Deadpool would say in the second movie, that this is like lazy writing.
But you can't do it in Marvel movies now.
Because Marvel movies do these things normally. But if you say lazy writing for everything, it's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, so
this entire movie is lazy writing anyways.
Yeah. The duo heads inside the subway. Cassandra is only now at the Time Ripper during all this time when the fight was happening above. All right.
Sure.
Paradox says that if Cassandra absorbs the power of the Time Ripper, she will have the ability to shred the fabric of all realities until there is nothing left but the void. I still don't really know how that works. How can the end of time exist if you destroy all of time?
Because it's outside of time.
Yeah, that's totally how it works.
The MCU has so many like outside of time and space. The void, the quantum realm,
because they said
for some reason.
Well, wasn't the void also said to be the end of time?
Yeah, it's like,
so it's not really outside of time.
I remember that spaghetti effect is from Loki's episode 5, season 2, episode 5, which is like destroy the entire. Yeah, destroy past, present, and future. So it's like all time is destroyed. It's like, what the fuck? You don't even have time to exist.
Yeah. I also mentioned that too. The spaghettification starts like Loki season 2. Paradox explains that, after it being threatened by Logan at first, the Time Ripper is channeling matter and antimatter. One of them would be able to short circuit the machine if they acted as a conduit between both feeds. Paradox says that they won't be able to regenerate because matter and antimatter doesn't mix well, so they would be atomized and die.
Cool. I have a better idea. Why don't you just kill Cassandra?
I guess her regen.
Wait, you think they can sneak up on her from behind, which they've done twice?
Yeah, let's just do that. I mean, what is their plan? Usually, let's just mix antimatter and matter together, because apparently they're just in length, like 2 people's distance instead of far away, like in a different room, like how fucking machines work. How do you-
Yeah. So yeah, Wolverine and Deadpool make it to the reaction chamber. Wolverine reminds Deadpool about whoever goes in there will have to die permanently. Deadpool says it has to be him. He says that Logan was right. He didn't ask for any of this. He was also right about him lying to get him to help. Wade, not Wade. Logan says that Wade didn't lie. He just made an educated wish. Circle back. Logan says that Deadpool has a whole world to get back to, showing the photo of his friends, whereas Logan has nothing. So he asks Wade to let him have this, and then he goes to the door to the reaction chamber. Deadpool stops Wolverine to tell him that he waited a long time for this team up and that he is the best Wolverine.
Haha.
So that's kind of annoying in a meta sense and in this writing, because like if you're trying to tell me that best Wolverine that you ever written, or best ever Wolverine we've seen in live action, or best Wolverine in the context of you're not the worst Wolverine, you're the best Wolverine, just to be the sake of the opposite. I don't know. It's just kind of that's kind of like the meta commentary that I'm not sure what they're going for.
Yeah, it's insane. It's yeah, if it's meta, it's like that's insane, and especially since this is delivered about Deadpool, who's a fourth wall breaker. And
That
do you want to talk about how stupid Cassandra is?
she's just doing one thing, just absorbing.
And she's just like, I'm going to destroy the universe from this universe to the other universe. Cool. Do you know what's in this universe?
You.
And the machines that's destroying the multiverse.
So the only thing I could only say is like I don't know if it's like she's absorbed. So that's kind of the weird thing. In Paradox's explanation is she can absorb the power, and then like could she go back to the void and just exert that power throughout the multiverse, which is crazy, by the way, if that was true. But then it's like then it also shows that the timeline integrity. We saw this in like season 2 of Loki as well. Like that just means the integrity of the timeline is dying. That means this timeline is dying. So that means she's not absorbing the power of the time Ripper. She's just forcibly trying to kill the universe faster. I don't really get it.
Yeah, that was so insane. And how did
it's just something where the words don't really match up with what's being shown.
And how does she expect herself to absorb the power of the multiverse? Or she believe that?
How do you know that you can absorb it and it won't kill you? I mean, think of like Zar Ben from the Marvels. She puts on 2 bangles and she dies. So Cassandra is like absorbing power, and I guess she won't die.
Well, maybe that would have happened.
Maybe, we don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I still can't believe the Marvels did that.
They literally put that in the trailer, by the way.
It's in the trailer.
That's the funniest thing. They put the villain's death in the trailer for the movie.
Oh my god. Yeah, so Deadpool stops Wolverine. All right, I talked about that. So as Wolverine opens the door, Deadpool hits Logan in the face with a fire extinguisher, pulls Logan outside, takes his place in the reaction chamber, and locks the door from the inside. Wolverine asks, like, why are you doing this? And Deadpool says that he's Marvel Jesus or Spock. And Deadpool says he's nervous about dying. Stalling for stalling. And Logan says that it should have been him, as Deadpool tells him to say hi to his friends for him. Honestly, I was kind of like, here, Darth Ben. I was kind of like, dude, if Logan is going inside to do this heroic sacrifice, dude, Deadpool has not done anything in terms of being the hero. But at least, like as Jaxpo said, at least he gets to be a hero in the scene. I can't believe the bar is that low, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is something he would do, but it's like, I mean, yeah, I guess, but that's based on
the thing is, like, he hasn't really been a hero before. So, like, when I first saw that, Wolverine is going to go and make the heroic sacrifice. Okay, dude, you went this entire movie and not done one heroic thing, really.
Yeah.
But then, then he does the switcheroo.
And to be honest, it's not like this is a choice that he won't do in previous movies anyways. He literally did that in Deadpool 2. Give up his life to save Fire Fist. So it's not even that meaningful.
Yeah. So yeah, Deadpool breaks one of the circuits as the timeline integrity starts to disintegrate. Logan is trying to break the door open. Deadpool is unable to reach the second capacitor. The timeline integrity drops all the way down to 2%, which one of my comments is like, okay, if the timeline integrity is already broken by 2% left, then why hasn't it snapped at that point? Or why isn't the timeline gone? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, it should be just basically gone at that point.
Yeah.
But no, it's still just the slow moving spaghetti.
Yeah, that's kind of the other thing too. It's like the spaghettification is not really that much compared to like episode 5 or whatever episode that was in season 2.
Yeah,
for
that
Loki.
was
But but then just in time, Logan makes it, opens his claws to break the second capacitor. Immediately, Logan's shirt disintegrates. Where it's only his mask and pants, and the gloves, but those are fine. Just the shirt comes off. So yeah.
And somehow none of Deadpool's clothes comes off.
Neither does Cassandra Nova.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately, there's to be honest, it's not like the actress never done nude before.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
okay.
so it's rated R. No excuse.
It is rated R.
Yeah, it is rated R.
So yeah, it's very clear what they were going for with Deadpool peering over at Logan's abs. And yeah, the timeline integrity fluctuates a little bit as Deadpool, Wolverine, and Cassandra hold on. There are some flashbacks of Logan picking up Wade's photo of his friends for him. And then that's the audio that I talked about where Laura says that Logan was always the wrong guy until you weren't, which was not in the original scene, and it must have been edited out, and they didn't notice.
Yeah.
Deadpool is only thinking about things from. He's only thinking about his. This is my annoying thing. He's only thinking about his birthday scene because that's the only thing that has characterization for him, and then everything from Deadpool 1 and 2 because that's where all the characterization for Deadpool is. There's nothing in this movie that really deserves to be thought about, which is kind of
insane,
counterintuitive as well.
And here's the thing: if this movie is so well written when it comes to characterization, you don't need the flashbacks to do so. There's like flashbacks just manipulate the audience. Just like, oh, see, they went for an arc. It's like no, it's like imagine it's like Iron Man stuff and Endgame. They just play a bunch of flashbacks and Iron Man 2, Avengers.
All right, I wrote a joke earlier. I think I can just mention it now. When Cassandra Nova probes Logan's mind and you see all the memories of Fox versus Logan, what if she does that to Doctor Doom and all he sees is Iron Man memories?
Seriously.
So maybe that's how it works. Who knows? So then it just rapidly, the integrity just goes all the way up to 100. At that point, Cassandra disintegrates and dies. And seemingly the duo is dead as well. B-15 heads to Paradox's base to arrest him.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, she got warned by because some guy was like, "Dude, something is wrong with this." This base. It was like, "Dude, what the fuck? You just realized that now?"
Yeah.
Human error.
Yeah. It's not
that's the problem. It's all human error. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, it's not like you literally witnessed that event happened in Loki season 2.
If she mind fucked Mr. Fantastic, would he see scenes from Whiplash?
Yep. Yep. I love my life.
Yeah, so B-15 heads to Paradox's base to arrest him. She asked about the unsanctioned Time Ripper in Earth 10,005. Paradox said, asked Cassandra Nova, he was the one who made sure that she was safely held in the void. He blames B-15 for not keeping Cassandra in control. She clarifies that if Paradox is not involved at all, like, are you saying that you're not involved at all? Then Paradox says no, he's innocent. He said that there were two men who went down there to save the world, two heroes. Paradox went down there. What?
Did he just blame his boss for something that happens in the void?
He said that it's your fault for that Cassandra was not in control.
Why the fuck will you blame your boss like this? Imagine you yell at your boss about, oh fuck, it's your fault that you didn't stop the robbery of my car. That
Whoever's fault, it's the fault of whoever pruned the amateur magician and didn't take the sling ring off. But then again, there's an inconsistency of, can you hold an object and then the tempad works, or does it drop to the floor? It's never consistent when they do that.
And it's infinite, so it's, if you've pruned it somewhere, it's like, oh fuck, it's so lucky you have that one guy from the entire infinite void.
Yeah. He says that, you know, these two heroes went down and they sacrificed themselves. He's trying to sound emotional, and saying that there's nothing he could do to bring back the heroes. But then Deadpool speaks and it says, fuck. That's just kind of been a joke, a running joke in the movie.
Shit, you survive antimatter for some reason, even though that antimatter literally means you destroy every matter.
So yeah, he explains. Paradox asks, how is this possible? Deadpool says that Paradox was right, that if one of them was there, they would have died. But when you put a Deadpool and a Wolverine hold hands and listen to Madonna, they're indestructible. That's not answering the question.
No,
that's not how antimatter works.
That's not how it works.
Also, that's that's just meta to be meta.
And by the way, they know that song they played. It's Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. Oh, I know that because I sing that all the time in karaoke. And that song is a theme song for the movie City of Angels. You basically steal the theme song of another movie and put it in your movie, in the dramatic moments.
Why didn't the mind fucking have him see Green Lantern or action figure Deadpool? Yeah, that's what happens when you start giving characterization to someone who didn't have it. So yeah, B-15 tasked the TVA agents to bring the Deadpool variant back to the Void, and then Peter has to come in and say that this is Deadpool is from this Earth, like him. So first off, Paradox can look at Wolverine and know which universe he's from immediately. I guess B-15 can't do that. Look at a Deadpool and know that this is, which honestly, that just makes more sense to me. How could you identify a Deadpool immediately like that? Whereas like with Paradox, like knowing everything, like, oh, you're the 10,005 one. You're the one from the worst Wolverine ever. Because that's how that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Peter coming in just in time before getting pruned. So cool. More convenient.
Yeah, and so why does he even run down here? Isn't there supposed to be a Deadpool army?
Oh, he sent them home.
In the Void?
Yeah, he sent them back to the Void.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they're
just happy to see him, and then he lets them go back home.
What? Sure, fuck it.
Yeah, because every universe has a Peter. They'll listen to Peter, whatever he says.
Nice.
Again, that's the thing where lazy writing comes in. But yeah.
Yeah, and somehow you just know how to run. Yep, and he just knows somehow to just run down here.
Yeah. Well, it's a subway near Wade's apartment, which is also lazy writing. So yeah, Paradox is taken away for his crimes using the unsanctioned Time Ripper. So here's my thing. Unsanctioned Time Ripper indicates that Time Rippers do exist in the TVA. This is just unsanctioned. So that must mean there are Time Rippers in the TVA, but some of them that are legal, some of them are unsanctioned. So I would have to assume that the TVA have Time Rippers because they know what it is. Just this one just happens to be an illegal one, right?
Yeah.
So anybody else could use a Time Ripper and destroy a universe if they wanted to.
Fuck.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You have the TVA acting like gods.
Elite. I was like, why would you write something like this? Why? Just say that. Oh, that's the place.
It would have been better if like he made a time ripper from scratch. Like it's the only one. But even that's like, okay, how can you do
How
that?
do you do that? Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
like
But how did the TVA do any of that?
Yeah. And fuck it. If you use a illegal time ripper that you took from a TVA, my question is, how do you expect your boss not to figure that out?
where's Ouroboros, man?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, so Paradox was when he was getting taken away, Paradox was saying that he was just trying to do the thing that B-15 didn't have the guts to do, pruning a timeline that deserves to die quickly and efficiently. Which is like, again, I do understand having people not agree with like the TVA's new methods of letting a alternate universe just live on till it has to naturally die off of natural causes. So I understand
Yeah,
where
when
this
Anchorman's
beef
died.
is coming from. It's just like I don't think there's enough characterization to really make it feel like this was earned or like feel like this is like deserved of how they went about it. That's my thing. It's like I'd say it's like an interesting idea, but that's it. It's an interesting idea. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, B-15 says she's grateful to the heroes for their help, but they were the ones that brought an Omega level mutant to this timeline, and Logan shouldn't have been anywhere near this timeline. But it turns out, according to her tempad, that whatever they did with this destroying a time ripper not only saved the world, but also saved the timeline from extinction. So that means the timeline is like regenerating, thriving. It's going to live on for a long time.
Yeah, just,
Forever.
I like that. Whatever they did, like
Fuck it.
she doesn't even know.
What? Dude, you literally have the fucking TVA time machine. Shit, you can literally rewind time just see what happened.
Yeah, but even that is like you're telling me that the boys destroying a time ripper that was meant to speed up the destruction of the universe because the universe was dying already. The time ripper was there to destroy the universe faster. That was the point. Now she's saying that destroying the time ripper that was meant to destroy the universe faster, so now it should be dying normally. No, whatever you did just made it work. Now your thing will live forever.
Yeah, but if
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, if it
No.
destroy a nuclear reactor, it's not gonna destroy the planet. In fact, it will make more plants grow on Earth. That's the logic.
Yeah. So then that's just. It looks like you guys can rest up. Your work is just going to get started. Which Deadpool says he will work until he's 90.
Fuck off. By the way, does that mean that B-15 basically just cracked the formula for how to make the universe live forever?
Yeah, build a time ripper in the timeline, then destroy it, and that'll
We did it, Patrick. We saved the world.
Yeah. Yeah, you should just have the formula that. Oh, fuck it.
Maybe Wesley Snipes will do that next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Deadpool says to B-15 that there was a few others that couldn't have that were in the void that they couldn't have made it without their help, and their world seemed to forgot about them. So it's like, okay, so this is going back to that contradiction again. Like, okay, so their world do exist. They just forgot about these heroes in the void. So like that's kind of my thing. Is like these are very contradicting elements. You're telling me, I don't know if anybody knows the Family Guy reference about like the sleepy guy is like telling him to come, but it says stop on his sign. It's like you stop or go. It's like these are two different things. Yeah, that's basically what this is. You're saying everyone is dead, everybody is alive. I don't know what to believe now. Yeah, so she said that there's she'll see what she can do. So,
Cool.
yeah, those heroes are fine.
I guess they are. We don't see them, but
We don't see them, but yeah, they're
they'll probably be back in Secret Wars.
Yeah, fuck it.
yeah.
Let's do it. I guess Alive doesn't even eat them for some reason.
And then Deadpool says that he promised Logan that the TVA could help undo the bad stuff in his universe without knowing if they could actually do that. So B-15 says that there's nothing to fix because Logan's past is what makes him a hero.
Oh fuck! So does that mean that
It sounds like you can change it, but because of what
It
happened,
doesn't. Yeah.
is this supposed to be absolute points like in What If season episode 4? That one.
I would have been fine if you just said, "I can't. We actually can't do that. We can't change the past like that."
Or just say, "Oh, this is an absolute point. If we do it, it would destroy the universe." I mean, fuck yeah, that's just.
But it's like, oh, there's nothing to fix because this past is what makes him a hero. I mean, he still killed innocent people.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! So in Deadpool 2, Wade Wilson shouldn't save Vanessa because Vanessa's death is what makes Wade Wilson a hero.
No, it's not the. So yeah, that's pretty much it for there. Deadpool says, "Let's go out and eat shawarma." Then Logan says, as they're eating, the Avengers would be lucky to have Deadpool on their team. I don't think so, to be honest, but you do.
Yeah.
Dogpool finds the duo. So then Deadpool asks Logan, what is he going to do next? Logan says he'll figure it out. Then Wade asks, will he see him around? And then Logan says probably not. So first off, so I guess Logan could just be in this universe, no incursion.
And not just him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the universe will live forever. But it's honestly a confusing thing for me. Is so are you trying to tell me that the Foxverse will continue alongside the MCU?
I'm not sure because remember this movie. It's
because they said that they want Deadpool in the Sacred Timeline because something is going to happen where he's important for the storyline because
and Thor will cry.
Predeterminism. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe maybe this is a script from the one from of the writer's idea and they forgot about it.
Yeah, he doesn't end up in the MCU. He stays in his universe just fine.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah, so Wade invites Logan to meet Blind Al.
Shit. Does that mean this universe has two Logans? Because one died in 2029.
Yes.
Yeah, there's two Logans running around in his timeline currently.
It's kind of like comics where Old Man Logan spent his time in 616.
Wow.
Which not many people like that, to be fair. No. So yeah, then there's the voiceover while the guys are eating dinner. He says this is the annoying thing. So he says the lesson he learned is that you don't have to be Marvel Jesus. As long as you have good friends, that's enough. That's something you learned in other movies.
Yeah, that's the lesson you learned in Deadpool 1, and you didn't even need to say it out loud.
The Marvel Jesus thing only works because he's a fourth wall breaker.
Yeah, it's insane because you're literally copying the art from the first movie, and that movie doesn't even need to say it, and they literally convert it because based on actions, character, writing, dialogues, and how people reacted to it accordingly to the situation. Okay, do you want a comparison? After Deadpool got disfigured, and after he presumably dead, he immediately goes to Weasel, and Weasel immediately helps him. He doesn't even try to. Even when Ezra threatens him, he doesn't even try to give out Wade's identity. I mean, he only figures that out because he has a picture in a bar. So that's literally just loyalty, friendship right there. And Deadpool does it in spades. Of course, I do not understand what the fuck is Weasel not in this party.
Fuck him.
Wasn't there something with the actor?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, it's insane. They didn't even mention him. It's oh, what happens to Weasel?
Yeah, they don't mention. I think Domino we care about more for two reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I never liked Weasel in the first two movies, to be fair. So, and then he's a shitty person in real life. So that just
I actually quite like. I actually kind of like him because he's one of the friends that Wade trusted even after everything.
Then yeah, it's just a person, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, as we said, X23 and Logan are at the party as well.
Question: why doesn't X-23 go back to her friends? Her friends is not dead yet. Her universe is not dead.
That's
Because
two
who
problems
knows?
here. I don't know if like this is the correct universe version of Laura, which that would mean the same thing. There's two Lauras running around as well. The one Laura is like 12, the other one
I guess one doesn't exist yet. Wait.
one is like
Uh,
one would be 6. Then yeah,
oh,
should be 6
yeah,
years old.
yeah,
And
oh
the other
yeah,
one
yeah,
is like
6.
an adult. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
Sure.
Wait a minute. Does that mean they could just change the events in Logan now?
They could,
That's what I'm saying. You.
but he always could because he had the TVA device. But instead, he went to when he was already dead.
I just need you to say that that's an absolute point. You just can't. Just don't fuck with it, man.
Just like fuck it. Just
You
like
could have
You introduced absolute points anyway.
hmm
I'm sure Tony Stark's death is an absolute point.
yeah. It's like, but they didn't even commit to that.
Yeah. And then this is the annoying part. Wade talks to Vanessa, saying that he did this for her, even if she doesn't want him back. She did it. He did it for her. And then Vanessa holds his hand.
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah, that was quite. I guess he doesn't join the Avengers now. What changed? He saved the universe.
Well,
I guess.
yeah, it's supposed to be like he learns he doesn't need to be on a big team. He has his world, and that's what's
Which is
important.
still a lesson he did
Which
in
is-
the first
yeah.
2 movies.
Yep.
And Vanessa
Yep.
never cared about
Man.
that. Fuck.
Vanessa has a boyfriend. Guess not.
No,
Nope.
yeah, for you're with him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the movie. And there's the mid-credit scene. We talked about it a lot.
Uh,
So Deadpool shows the TVA footage of Johnny saying
First
everything.
question: how does he? Let's say this. How did he get into TVA?
So it looks like that's the
I don't know.
TVA sanction of 10,005. So I guess everybody got fired. So now it's an open TVA branch, I guess. I don't know how that
But
works.
even that, it's like that's and that's beyond multiverse. It's like, how do you even
Yeah.
get there?
And then like there's a camera that kind of keeps an eye on.
Oh, fuck.
There's a camera in there.
What? So the TVA could
And
just
then
monitor.
again, like
Trust
as he's saying, you guys are, oh, you got Johnny killed, making this stuff up. So I didn't make it up. Here, I'll show you the footage.
Wait,
Still,
what?
you got Johnny killed. You didn't have to say that. There was no reason to
Mhm.
say that.
Well, because he said you can quote me on this. So there you go.
Yeah. What? I'm not even asking that because why? So you have the 5-second check inside the void. That is never a thing in Loki season 1 and season 2. Do you know how useful it is if they have the 5-second check if what's it called, Renslayer is in the void? It's like, or if Loki is still in the void, or what happens to Owen Wilson in the void?
Slayer's still in the void, per the end of season 2.
I mean, the implication is alive eats her, but that's still not
Yeah, it's
100%.
less foreseeable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they killed off her husband.
No, I mean
Or
episode.
they're going to kill her husband off via Doctor Doom.
Yeah, but fuck no, they've sent her to the void in episode 3 already. So they could just monitor her if they just like, oh fuck, I can use the devices to just look over the void.
Maybe the last second, Renslayer ran into Ant-Man's body.
Maybe.
So I think Jaxpel has an interesting question. Do you think there's anything to keep in this movie? Keep Wolverine's suit and mask.
Yeah, that's.
I was shitting on the
Hmm.
suit for a long time. I think my biggest thing is like when you add more colors to the suit, it looks much better. Like I think when you had the mask on, the black fins, that really helps contrast it better. And I also think they needed more commitment on the blue of the suit. But yeah, it's still a pretty good suit for the most part. Give it like an 8 out of 10. I'd say.
Yeah. I would keep. I like Emma Corrin as an actress, but that's even before this movie.
I wanted her as a different villain. I don't
Pretty
think. I think Cassandra Nova doesn't really work without Xavier,
much.
in my opinion. I don't think she's a villain you could just put here. And then there's
Yeah.
this joke that all 3 villains of Deadpool are bald.
Yeah. To be fair, I expected the actor who plays Paradox, Matthew something.
Yeah.
It's like he said he literally hates the MCU, but he finds it boring. So it was like I was literally just expecting him to just phone it in, but no, he's actually pretty entertaining.
He's kind of confusing, but he is entertaining.
Yeah, so
confusing in the sense that, like, I don't know if I thought he would be a little bit more serious, but he does crack a joke here and there.
Yeah, the actors was like, oh, you actually give a shit for some. I didn't expect that.
Not as bad as Indiana Jones 5. Kill the Justice League.
No, I mean, yeah, let's just assassinate a lot of characters and just like, yeah, it didn't. Deadpool was assassinated, Vanessa is assassinated, Wolverine assassinated at the end. Like,
Suicide Squad, the game. I really hate that game, man.
Oh fuck!
It's gotten worse.
I don't know about DLC, so maybe I'm not sure.
What do you think, Operation?
About like what to keep from this movie?
No. Well, I guess first, do you think Kill the Justice League is better?
I've hardly kept up with it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we had a podcast on that.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit Kill the Justice League is more damaging because it's assassinating the Arkhamverse overall.
But this movie
that's kind of the problem.
But this movie also ruins like Elektra as a character. Even Blade was fucking.
Though not much care about that. I'd say Deadpool is a bigger weight.
Yeah, Deadpool, Vanessa. It's like the Deviate destroyed again. Wolverine doesn't survive at the end. I mean, of course, other cameos like Johnny's assassinated. Electra's Blade was heavily damaged as well.
I just hate Gambit. I love Gambit the character, by the way. I just hate Tatum's Gambit. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
I don't have anything much to say about Gambit. He's original. X-23 at the end, she just stayed in this universe chill for some reason.
And that's kind of the problem is like maybe she goes back to her universe after the party, but then it's like, why don't you invite Blade and Elektra to the party too?
Yeah,
if that's okay, at least.
I mean, he didn't invite Weasel or Domino to the party, so maybe. So he's just an asshole now.
Just Domino.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like one other comment I wanted to say is like I feel like when you have like a chance to do a multiverse thing with Deadpool, I think you could have had a comic accurate copycat who Vanessa Carlyle is named after. She has like blue skin, she has white hair and all that stuff, and like you can get Miranda Baccarin to do something different, despite playing the same character. Because again, like in the movies, the only thing she has similar is that she's a stripper. Then outside of that, she's just pretty much MJ.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I feel like you could have done that with the Void, have a Vanessa Carlyle. Maybe they thought it would be too similar to Rachel McAdams in Mom, but it really isn't. Copycat is a mutant, so she's also going to look drastically different.
I mean,
in terms of appearance.
I mean, she can even do this. I mean, he can actually develop characters if they meet that copycat.
Yeah, and then it's like have a relationship with another Vanessa, see how that goes, and then maybe fix things about his Vanessa back at home.
Yeah,
there's things you could do with that.
Yeah, that's
definitely putting the actress in makeup. I mean, to be fair, they're used to painting blue women. Look at Mystique, so I'm sure there's plenty of makeup artists who would love to do that with Vanessa. So
yeah, and And this movie, I don't know. So this movie also ruins Logan. Was like, oh fuck, you literally put Logan in Deadpool. That's already ruins a lot of things. Yeah, that Logan stayed that. That's only because you literally just every character is fucking stupid.
So here's my thing about it. It's like I think it's okay to keep referencing Logan because he's a meta character and all that stuff. I think the part that gets assassinating is that confirming Logan is in his universe because of the absolute being. But that's kind of the problem. It's like then it kind of, but you can't really get a Logan. You can't have like Deadpool looking for a Logan because he kind of needs the dead Logan to exist in order for the plot to happen. But I don't know. But like also confirming that Logan is the absolute being or the anchor being of this universe. That just kind of confirms things that like it really didn't have to.
Yeah,
that's the other problem. It's like I'm fine with like Loki, not Loki. Oh my god, there's so many characters going on now, and the TVA.
It's like, how is this movie so? I think this movie is shorter than both Deadpool 1 and 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, what? Dude, they're tackling the multiverse, and somehow you have less runtime.
Yeah.
It's a lot. They ruin a lot of things, and I don't think they even realize that.
No, it's already got $700 million.
Oh yeah.
They're not going to learn the lesson.
Oh, absolutely not. They're just gonna be like, oh yeah, we need more Deadpool.
It's projected to get $1 billion in like next week.
Oh yeah, what they learned is like, oh yeah, we need more Deadpool, we need more Wolverine, we need more Blade, we need more Electra, we need more.
We need both characters.
We need more.
We need more
variants from previous Marvel movies that we didn't own before. Now we can put them in, and people would clap for those.
And we need to kill the thing by turning him into sand.
Yeah, universe having anchor beings don't work. Yeah, because like that's my thing too. It's like in the Fantastic Four universe, are you gonna try to tell me that like Johnny Storm is the anchor being of that universe? It's not like Reed Richards, and even then, it's like that's kind of my thing too. It's like Marvel comics are like so vast in terms of like characters. Like you have characters like from the Avengers, the X-Men, the Inhumans. You got Cosmic Marvel, you got Atlantean Marvel, you got so many facets of the universe that you can pull an interest to. If you're gonna tell me like who is the anchor being of this iteration, I don't know. It's like that's just like you're putting so much importance on one character. Now, Marvel Comics likes to put Reed Richards as like their most important character because like he's the founding father of basically modern Marvel of what we know today. And that's kind of fair, but like they're never gonna say that Reed is the anchor being of Marvel Comics because that would be stupid.
Yeah, that was like, why would you even do that?
Yes, I hope they don't.
I hope they don't. Yeah.
Yeah, neither do I. To be honest, I think they will ignore they forgot what is anchor being after this. Oh, by the way, fuck. Remember Incursions?
No.
This movie doesn't.
Oh yeah, they should be all dead because Incursions should happen in that universe.
Yeah, but no, they don't. Because
so this is kind of a thing too. It's like I think there's a kind of a misunderstanding. Incursions does not equal standing in a universe, standing in another universe, and like that means like incursions going to happen. Incursions happen because like you do something that pretty much makes the two worlds collide together. Like an example, Multiverse of Madness kind of has it with like how like Sinister Strange is pulling Doctor Strange's from other universes into his to kill them. So it's like you're doing a crime on a multiversal level where it's like it's bringing all of this stuff into your universe. You're killing other Doctor Stranges of the universe. That's kind of like the thing that collides the world so that it causes an incursion. So just standing just standing willy-nilly in a street on 10,005 is not really what causes an incursion. You kind of need to do something on a multiversal level that's like damaging. Like you have to kill somebody, or you need to do something like really severe. But that's kind of hard to explain, which is why I don't think it's a good idea to include this in your saga that you're trying to build up now that like Robert Downey Jr. is gone and now he's back, but you know what I mean. Back when like Iron Man was like gone, and like you need to develop Phase 4, Phase 5, start getting people interested in the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. There's like you have more developing things to do before you start reaching out to the more harder abstract ideas. And that's kind of the problem. They just want to do all of these ideas at once because they feel like they ran out of material, which is insane. We're talking about like 80 plus years of material that you could have used.
Yeah, that was quite insane to be honest. So
yeah.
how much time we spent to break down this movie in total?
If we don't count us talking about the Comic-Con stuff, then about nearly 4.5 hours.
Actually, this stream is 3 hours and 45 minutes already, and the last stream it's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, so I'd say cut off 30 minutes. That's it from the last one.
Yeah, so yeah, like holy shit, there's a lot of things to talk about in this movie. I was insane.
Yeah, and so like it's not because like the movie is like long. It's a 2-hour movie, but you have to remember we're talking about references from movies from back in the 1990s, the 2000s. So we have to mention those. We have to mention some of the Foxverse movies, like from the Foxmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadpool, Logan, Elektra, Daredevil, Blade, Fantastic Four, like the series. Like there's a lot to talk about. And it's like, and when the more you pull references, the more problems you've realized.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, Waldron is happy about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, breaking down a movie is kind of hard to do without, like, especially since there's 3 of us too. All of us have inputs as well.
Yeah, trust me, we didn't even talk that long when it comes to the Marvels.
Yeah. It's also a shorter movie too, to be fair. 90 minutes. I think this film could have benefited of 90 minutes, which is kind of a problem because this is the movie that has the TVA in it. Apologize on the behalf of Canada for this.
Yeah. Keep the name of the fucking country out of your mouth. Get it? Yeah.
So, final thoughts. Marvel's not going to improve. They're getting all the wrong lessons. They're getting nearly $1 billion. They're going to get $1 billion probably next week at the time of this recording. There are going to be more attempts at getting cameos. We already know that they're making Celestials out of adamantium, so they're really going to ham-fist anything mutant related. As Kevin Feige said in an interview, that this is like the start of the mutant era, not the mutant saga, but the mutant era, in the sense that like every product moving forward is going to have something that ties the mutants and the X-Men into the MCU. And I am not going to look forward for that.
Yeah, no, I was the more I think about this movie, the more insulting it gets when I realize, fuck, you're gonna assassinate all characters and just like, oh, their words are dying, low, let's not talk about that. And I was like, and people just realized, this is great because Deadpool, Wolverine, we love that, and you didn't realize like the devil's in the detail, and this is never the characters you like in the first place. But it's like, but the more you think about it, the more it ruins. And the thing is, the Marvel's got to take this lesson. It's like, yeah, let's ruin more characters. Lol. Why would you even do that?
Operation.
Yeah, this is like what you said. Pretty much confirms the movie that. Some of it confirms that Marvel learned all the wrong lessons from both their successes and failures, as the Comic-Con also proves. Because it's like, oh no, people are losing interest. What do we do? Oh, just bring back what people like. And then from the success, because it's making so much money, they'll learn. Okay, so we'll bring back old characters. Maybe bring back Deadpool and Wolverine again.
I honestly think No Way Home, like it's nowhere near the quality of Into the Spider-Verse. But like I think Into the Spider-Verse and now No Way Home are like 2 examples of Marvel is going to learn the wrong lessons from these movies. And again, No Way Home is nowhere near like as good as Into the Spider-Verse. I have a lot of problems with No Way Home, but even then, No Way Home does a better job handling its extra characters that came from a different universe and how they are treated with respect or anything of that nature. Now it's like whenever you see products moving forward, you're gonna, and then obviously, No Way Home got over $1 billion. This is gonna get $1 billion. They're not the same thing though. They're not anywhere near the same thing.
No, to be honest,
They're not the same.
Yep. The thing is, I think No Way Home is gonna get less money than Deadpool and Wolverine. That's even worse.
That's the sad part. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I don't even know because this is literally easy for me. This is the worst Marvel movie ever made. It's not even a competition.
It's okay. So that's kind of a thing. If you were, because I know Operation was like not. I think you were like saying around Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, instead of Multiverse of Madness. So like Unity, if you were to say why this is worse than Multiverse of Madness.
So in Multiverse of Madness, they only ruin like Doctor Strange, what the fuck, Wanda, and Wong. That's like what three characters. And now in this movie, just like okay, let's ruin Vanessa, Deadpool, Wolverine. It's like every characters we pull a cameo. It's like Elektra, Fantastic Four. It's like or it's like Blade. Let's also deal major damage to him. Or every if like X-23. Oh, is she from Logan? Oh, if she does, you also fucked her over at the end. And then on top of all the these TV inherently, you just made it worse. You just retcon at TV for the tech stuff and everything they could do. And Anchor Beings is nonsense. And the fact that you established a sling ring with 2 Infinity Stones can travel through the end of time. It's already insane to think about, like the implications to the MCU. And not to mention people is gonna use it to like satire to just defend this movie. When in reality the plot is held by kindergarten glue, and the character writing has never been worse.
So, Operation, do you feel like you've been convinced worse than Multiverse of Madness?
I mean, it's fine if you do not think that. It's like not everyone has to share the same thoughts. It's like,
Sorry, my mic was off. I was saying those are all very valid points. I was always thinking that it was in Multiverse of Madness tier. Like, yeah, if like equal, if not worse. Yeah, it is a good point. How a lot more than just because Multiverse of Madness ruins MCU. Yeah, this ruins MCU, Fox, a bunch of Fox things. Yeah, the only thing really it has is the way it treats the quote unquote cameos. But yeah, not really a high bar.
and
Yeah, I'll agree. It's worse.
I mean, I think we didn't skip that part. It's like the ending where they play a bunch of Fantastic Four, the Daredevil previous.
Daredevil, Fantastic Four,
both Fantastic Fours.
Yeah,
yeah, the 2015 one.
Fan Four Stick as well.
Nobody showed up here, but they showed footage from it.
Yeah, and they play like the song from Green Day called like Good Riddance, which is like one of the most iconic goodbye songs of all time. It's like, there's something unpredictable. And in the end, it's right. I hope we have the time of their life.
It tricked everybody to say this is a love letter to the Foxverse.
I was like, that is so insulting to you think about.
It's so a love letter to the fact that we say that them and their worlds went to shit.
Yeah, and it's like and of course, he literally just humiliates Logan immediately in the first scene. It's like, yeah, let's just wreck his corpse, lol.
Yeah, and maybe retcon like the ending if that's the same Laura that no, she didn't get a happy ending. Sometimes she got sometimes she got pruned by the TVA, and who knows how long she's been in the void.
And she didn't tell us, so It's like vague
Yeah.
on purpose. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, this is. I don't even know what to say about this. It's like I mean, remember like end of Multiverse of Madness when people criticize American Travel. Why don't you just find your mother? Well, this is the same problem here now. Laura doesn't find her friends, even though she could just do so. And Wolverine is like, yeah, I can just go back to universe and just take a look first.
And the only thing I can say about it is like, it's not the worst thing, only because like, Laura and the kids, they're all grown up now. They're like adults. It's not like they need defending anymore now that everything is safe-ish post Logan's death. Again, I just don't really know. It's just one of those things. It's like maybe she'll go back after the party or anything like that. I don't know how any of this works though. That's the only problem. That's my to be fair.
And neither did the people writing it.
Neither. It's vague on purpose.
Yeah. It's like yeah. To be honest, the moment they include a TV, it's like there's no way you can write around it.
Yeah, and as I've been saying multiple times, I really hate making the TVA such a huge like zealots in terms of like they can literally do anything. They can go like change the course of time, know what's going to happen in the future. There's like predeterminism is not gone. It's still very well there. There is no free will in that sense. So
yeah. To be honest, if people were just telling me, it was like, oh, you're just if there's like you're not gonna prove things anymore. It's like, cool. What the fuck are your jobs then? You're just gonna look. Is there time travel shit happening and just gonna stop it? I guess maybe.
Which is what they were supposed to be doing in the first place. But they don't do that either. So it's like because they can't decide which one is a crime and which one is fine. It's part of it's the will of the Force.
Oh, right. David, fuck. Yeah, so that's how it's oh god.
So that was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yay.
You gave it a pretty glowing endorsement.
Yeah. It
We
saved
love
the Fox. It saved the Foxverse because we have a picture of Hugh Jackman, Chris Evans, and Ryan Reynolds standing in a picture together.
Yeah.
That's what I've always wanted.
Yep, that's what I wanted.
I just wanted them to be in a picture together. I didn't want them to be good characters.
Yep, I did.
Well, they're there, so it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Even though it's like Chris Evans
did the thing I remembered.
Yeah, they say the thing I remember. It's like some people, as Blade said, some motherfuckers are always trying to skate uphill.
Yeah. Does it make sense? No. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna make a name for myself. Yeah. Yeah. So that was Deadpool and Wolverine. Thanks again, Operation, for once again being on 2 back to back. I know it was very long.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Yeah. And Unity Review and Analysis. What's your channel about for those who would like to subscribe?
Oh, well, my channel is about just posting videos whenever I'm interested in, because I'm currently like editing a documentary. It's a real life documentary, so I'm not making any videos for my channel. And also script writing some things, and I just studied film. It's a lot of work. So you didn't see me a lot of my channels, but I will occasionally post stuff if I'm interested, if I have time.
Yeah. Yeah, subscribe to Unity Review and Analysis. He has all of our lives as well if you want to listen back to them. We also have the lives on our other channel, another Reviews Corp podcast, and a Spotify of the same name. All of these links are in the description down below. You can subscribe to my channel, Red Devil Os Reviews. I also do reviews on movies, comics, TV shows, and video games. I recently just got 900 subscribers, so I really want to thank every one of you that helped me get to that point. I'm almost at my road to 1K. So if anybody's interested in that stuff,
Yeah, that's good.
subscribe for that.
Congrats! And then afterwards you can monetize your channel.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Hmm.
And I will have a video for of my opinions on the 2 particular Logan cameos that they had in that sequence, plus my thoughts on Doctor Doom's cast. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, subscribe to all of our channels, subscribe to the podcast, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Hopefully, we need to review something good.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2.
Fuck.